All right. We're live. Welcome, y'all. It's John from Freakmore Paranormal. Sorry, we got some lights going on. Get these cameras started right quick and get some more people in here. That way we can get all this stuff edited so we can do a full episode over this. So right quick, I'm going to tell you we're going to be going live. We're live here on YouTube, and we're about to go live on TikTok. We're going to do a whole discussion and see what people think about the New Jersey drone, the UAP, the UFO incident that's going on. So let's see if we can get this a little better there. All right, let's get this stuff rolling. Get these cameras set. I want to make sure we weren't starting this until the very last minute. All right, we're rolling. So I got to cut the intro right quick. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's John from Freakmore Paranormal. Welcome to another episode. Tonight, a little bit different episode. We're going to be we're on TikTok Live and YouTube Live. We're here on YouTube. Live. We're going to be doing a discussion over all of the UAPs, the UFOs, the drone footage, anything like that that's going on in New Jersey, and see what people have on the discussion. So we'll wait a little bit, see who's going to join in here. So while we're on YouTube Live and TikTok Live right now, so I think I'm going to turn on the camera on TikTok right quick for all of y'all that are joining me on YouTube, so that way we can get them going on TikTok also. So if we can get this camera on. Let's see here. What's up, y'all? Let me get this camera flipped. Yo, what's up? Hey, Trina. Sorry, y'all. Hello, TikTok. Got all of it going on. Got YouTube over here going on. We got several different streaming platforms going on right now. So wait till everybody gets in. See if we can get some people drawn up here on the lives here in a little bit. And excuse me. See if we can have a little discussion over this the UAP UFO drone incidents that are going down in New Jersey. Western New York, what's up? Thanks for joining me, y'all. Got two different streaming platforms going on. I got YouTube going on, so and here on TikTok. Get some people drawn up here in a little bit. So if we can get some guests drawn in here. We need to get a hold of Trina. Get a hold of Jay if you can, and see if we can get him drawn up here, pulled up, and get this discussion started. See if we can bring some more people up in the panel and discuss and see what's going on with all this UFO weird stuff. So try to reposition these cameras a little bit so these lights aren't totally killing y'all's eyes. Got to get all the lighting right for YouTube and all that. So what do y'all think? Any of y'all got certain thoughts over this UAP and UFO, the drone footage and stuff that's going down in New Jersey? What's y'all's thoughts? We need to see if we can find Jay here. Let's see if we can find him. Bear with me, y'all. I'm trying to see who we can invite up in, y'all. I'm not seeing Jay. Boom. There we go. What's up, Trina? Let you tune in there. I'm going to try to get this speaker over here going on at the same time, and I'm about to
power on.
Pull up a secondary device right quick so I can see if we can get this Bluetooth hooked up right quick so we get a little bit of better audio quality here. See if we can get this Bluetooth hooked up right quick so we get a little bit of better.
Uh-oh.
It's okay.
Bluetooth connected.
There we go. Now I've got Bluetooth going on here. How's your day going, Trina?
It's going good. How's your day?
Well, it's been eventful. I've sat here and tried to. Sorry, I'm trying to set this light on this stupid speaker so it doesn't flash in my eye. It's been interesting, thinking about all this, the UFO stuff, last night's discussions that we had uh, with In and Out, and it was very interesting last night. It's given me a lot to think today. So I figured, I talked to Jay earlier, Uncle Jay's Farm or Uncle Jay's Wasp, excuse me, y'all, and told him I was going to go live and all that to see what's going on. Hopefully we can get him up here and see if we can get some other people up in the box and get a discussion. So if any of y'all are in New Jersey that are seeing these drones and this footage firsthand, hit the invite. Let's come up in here. I want to know what's going on in your neck of woods. I want to see what's up. I'm in Tulsa, so Oklahoma, we've had a couple little sightings, but I don't think they're really credible. So we're going to find out. I'd like to figure out, what's going on in other people's neck of the woods. What do you think about all this stuff, Trina?
Pretty interesting.
It is. I really don't know what to think about all of it, though.
I know what Brim thought, and I kind of thought what he was thinking.
Yeah, that was with Brim, and it just all of it last night was so interesting.
He was ignoring Brim. Brim, the one that he channeled called the Rhea.
Oh yeah.
Is a Palladian, and he ignored him.
Oh crap.
He ignored the talk that he was doing to him. The funny language he was talking.
Yeah.
That was him trying to talk to him, and he didn't want no part of it.
That's weird.
Are you? Yeah, you're getting the.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I've got all the volume set here right.
I know I did it the other day too.
Does it echo? Do I'm coming off like an echo or anything?
No, you're good now. I was echoing.
Okay.
I could hear it, but I think it's better now. I had to find my earplugs so I could hear on Jay's live too.
Oh, cool. Seeing if I can. I've got another laptop pulled over here. I'm trying to see if I can pull this TikTok live up over here and turn the volume down so that way I can read messages a little bit easier. And these phones, they come in so small and it's hard to read them. So far YouTube, nobody, we got a couple people that's joined in. Whoa, that was weird. My light just went off.
Am I still echoing? I shouldn't be.
No, you sound good.
Oh yeah, I heard me.
Let's see here. I've got this stupid. What do we got going on here? I need to figure out how to turn this volume down. I don't, so we'll just do that. We'll just take that off.
It's still echoing. Yep, I can hear me over there. I'm gonna mute while you find this out.
Okay.
Or do I? No, I'm just gonna stay here so you can get rid of the echo.
Let me see if this will work better. Maybe it's these speakers I've got going on all my monitors. Let me see if I can.
Bluetooth pairing.
Let's see if I can shut that thing off. Is it better?
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah.
Okay, so it must have been that speaker.
I'm not echoing now.
Yeah, it must have been the speaker going on off these other studio monitors.
Thank you, Cecilia. All right.
Nothing in.
Now we're gonna get Jay over here.
Cool.
I know we can just invite him. Act like you're gonna battle and find. Oh, you couldn't find him. See,
Yeah,
I can't find him on my main channel either.
I was trying to find him and I couldn't. I was hoping that he would come in here and just spot. I didn't know where. You know what? Let me try to share it out to him. Let's see if that'll work. There's so many people. There we go. I just shared it to him to see if that'll get him to wake up a little bit. But yeah, the discussion was really crazy. It was really interesting. Of course, we had some knotheads coming there. It was like out of left field, but
that's gonna happen.
It was was probably one of the strangest conversations that I think I've ever had, with somebody. It was wild, to say the least. It looks like we got a guy named Flitz says I have footage.
Cool.
I want to see all the footage. I'm like, I wish everybody would just start like taking all their footage, put it up, post it. I mean, you can't get in trouble for it. I mean, there's got to be people out there that has better footage than what we have.
Power off.
There we go. That one's off now.
I told him again in his chat room.
Man.
I sent him on live, so I can't do much more.
Right. Yeah, it's been really strange. I'm trying to see. I've got slow-mo on YouTube. Because I'm on YouTube Live, so I've got slow-mo on the comments. So if any of y'all that's watching this on YouTube, you got anything if y'all are in New Jersey, anything that's going down, anything that you've seen, make comments down. Make sure that you like, subscribe also to Freak More Paranormal, and also everybody that's watching this on TikTok. But yeah, I want to know what's going on. If y'all are seeing any drones, any of these orbs, these ball of lights,
any experiences.
Yeah, anything.
We're trying not to call them stories anymore. These are experiences. That's what me and Brim were saying.
Right.
Experiences, like you got experiences. They're not stories.
Right. It's wild. Man, my cup, I put too much ice in my cup. My cup's leaking all over my coaster. I'm like, man. But yeah, it's a little strange. It's a weird time, I don't know if it's because if they're trying to hide something or what's up. I don't understand why these lawmakers and the senators and governors and the mayor of New Jersey has asked for questions and they won't even give them questions. So why is the government not giving other people of government answers? You'd think that they would give the state answers.
Well, now I know all day on YouTube they were in a courtroom making the government and a whole bunch of people answer questions about these drones and stuff. They was on there all day. I wasn't really listening to them,
but they don't get any answers.
No, they don't know. They wasn't given any answers.
That's what's weird. I'm like, why don't they just give answers? I mean, that's all you have to do is give answers, right? So, yeah, I wish I could find that In and Out, or is that his name, or in the Now from last night? Yeah, I'd like to find him.
Did you follow him?
Yeah, I followed him, but I'm hoping that he would come in here because his discussions last night was just unreal.
He got banned, right? He blocked.
He did what?
He got blocked. He got banned because he's up there talking. In and Out was up there talking. In and Out.
Okay.
And In and Out had him on within like 2 to 3 minutes back live after being banned.
Wow.
So I mean, I definitely think there's something there. Oh, I was told he's channeling somebody, and the human isn't letting it come through all the way or something. I can't remember what exactly I was told, but he's being channeled.
That's so wild. And what's weird is like he was saying, excuse me, he was saying that he was from New York and he's in Texas now. And I'm thinking, okay, well, what's the point of being in Texas? I'm trying to break it down, trying to see what's going on.
There's something going on in Texas too.
What? There's not?
I think there is. I think I heard something about it.
That's what I was wondering, because I thought, well, if he goes down there, you got the whole Gulf Coast. So if you're down there on the Gulf Coast, I mean, I'm sure that somebody down in Galveston or Houston has got to seen something by now. So.
Well, I think I seen somebody say something about Texas.
I don't understand it. That's why I was like, been sitting here editing. I got a couple of videos that I'm going to be releasing actually, I'm gonna release one tomorrow here on YouTube. But I was sitting there thinking today while I was doing all that, I thought, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and try to do some kind of like a discussion video for YouTube. So I've got the cameras all pointed up. I'm on YouTube Live right now. So hopefully I'll get some people that will start asking questions. And
I'll put my YouTube Live on too in a minute.
Cool.
Because I can do it on my TV.
Cool. Let's see how it comes out. Yeah, as I'm just
on one phone and you on another one. I'm wondering if I went live and invited you both to my live, and then I can get off. But you guys would be on the live together. I can try it.
I need to send him, see if he's on here. Let me see if I can find him again. There's so many people on here. Friends not watching live. I'm trying to figure out who all's where.
Will it let you type in uncle and do the U?
No, it won't even let me. It won't even,
some really.
Yeah, mine won't even let me type anybody in. I'm trying to see if I can just find his profile on here to get him up here.
Well, we're waiting. Everybody tap that screen, and he's got roses up there. If anybody has any gifts.
Yeah, I didn't even set. I don't even know what the gifts. I think the gifts were set from the last time. Yeah, I think the gifts were from the last time I went live, and it's just kind of one of those things that, you know, if y'all can gift, you can gift. I'm not too worried about the gifts at all. You know, I'd rather have all of y'all go find me on YouTube and subscribe.
Likes and the heart me is really important, because that sends it out to the algorithm that people are watching you.
Right.
All right. Tell me what you would like me to do. You want me to try to go live?
It says, are you trying to share the live to Uncle Jay? Yeah, Cecilia. Yes, we are trying to share it with Uncle Jay. I can't find him though. See if you can share it to him or message him and see if you can get him in here.
Yeah, I wrote in there. We're trying to figure out. I'm a mod for both of them.
Yeah, that's the best part. Best part and the bad part. Oh, my nose is itching.
The good part is I can be in both lives. But
right.
When you're both on the same screen,
I need to get you set up on my YouTube to be one of the mods on my YouTube and stuff. As we discussed that before. I need to get that all set up.
You said you had some new merch?
Yeah, we got bracelets out. Probably tough to see them.
They shine.
Yeah, they're saying.
Something's catching the light.
Yeah, I've got all the other studio lights in here because since I'm on YouTube live right now, I've got all the extra lights going on, so it picks up really good on YouTube. So I've got a really bright LED right behind me, but it's hard to see as it's picking up.
Yeah,
but yeah. Anyway, y'all, show YouTube right quick. We got the Freak More Paranormal bracelets going on. Still waiting for more of the stickers. We got stickers in, and
oh wow, I gotta have a couple.
So
and about bracelets.
Definitely. Actually, I've got some boxes and stuff already made up for you and Jay and Western New York. Oh, Western's on there. She's like, I need to order a bracelet. New York, don't worry about it. I just got to get y'all's address and send the stuff out to y'all. Matter of fact, when y'all get them, the box will come in like, let me get out of this like that. You'll get a little box like this. And then inside the box, I'm not going to show everything, but inside the box is a small coffin. And the small coffin raises up, and inside that, you start getting all kinds of little goodies and things like that. So I figured that I would send it out to all of y'all that helped me get started on TikTok and YouTube, and all of y'all that are my mods. And then I still need to get the webpage set up, and that way we can go ahead and start selling merch on that. Yo, there's Tazzy. What's up, Tazzy? We got Tazzy. Oh my gosh. Hey, Taz, have you had any of this? Have you been following any of this UAP and UFO stuff that's going on here in America? I'm doing great, Taz. All right. We got somebody talking here on YouTube. Benjamin Rich says a lot of talk about the drones flying around. As high up as they are, definitely military grade. Benjamin, I think you're probably right. I think you're right. I think a lot of it is probably a military grade. I just don't understand why the government's not giving us any answers at all. You know, it's like we're asking questions and we're getting nothing back. You know, I mean, what are we supposed to do? I mean, like you can't take them down. You can't take them out of the sky. You know, it's like we're stuck. We're stuck with nothing. You know, nothing. It's like we can't do anything about it. So sorry, I'm trying to look at all these cameras. I've got like one here, and here. I got 4 cameras going on right now. So it's like trying to tend to everybody that's watching on all the different platforms.
You should look into StreamYard because you can all have one phone and like 3 different things going.
And that StreamYard.
The only problem is with that is you have to have your other phones to read comments.
Okay.
Because I don't know if they all come through here or not. For sure. It's been a long time since I've used it.
Right. Let's see here. Western said, I thought the government said they were Iranian. That's what I'd heard. But everything's conflicting. You know, the government, the news says it's Iranian, that we hear there's a mothership out there, but nobody can go get pictures of the mothership. I mean, if they're this close to our shores and here to America, why aren't we sending our military out and going investigating this? Why? I mean, this is not adding up, you know. And it's ever since like the Bayside Mall incident down in Miami happened earlier this year. I think what was that, January 1st or January 2nd? I can't remember what date it was, but it's like that happened. Then we have the Las Vegas incident with the police officers, you know, seeing something crash, and then the report of the 15-foot tall beings. And then now we're up in New Jersey with all these UAPs and UFOs and orbs and drones or whatever they are. You know, it's like some of them are drones and some of them are just balls of lights and balls of energy. It's just, there's too many stories and not enough answers, is what I'm thinking. I think they're there to come out. Okay, Ben Rich said on YouTube, Ben says, I think they're there to combat the foreign drones from my research. Which, but see, Ben says Project Bluebeam. Ben, I'm hearing a lot of that when I was on TikTok last night. You know, I totally agree. There's something that's, you know, they can be projecting this images up there. But what's strange is that I've seen other videos here on YouTube that other drone pilots are sending their stuff up, and as soon as their drones go up, their batteries are dead, you know, and the batteries die down or just completely die out and the drone crashes. You know, it's just, that's kind of weird, kind of fishy. You would think the law enforcement would be taking some kind of action to get it down out of the air. It's just, I don't know. I just don't understand, but that's why I'm trying to find people that are up in New Jersey that's watching these, that may be coming in these lives. Anybody from New York or coastlines that's seeing this, maybe like tell me y'all's experiences that you see. Any weird things? Western, have you seen anything? You're up in New York. This tea is bomb, y'all. Stay sitting, waiting, looking for these comments to roll in here. All right, I'm gonna put my screen on timeout right quick. Where's my? I don't want to pause. Where's my camera at?
I sent you my shares. All 60 of them.
Flip it there. No, thank you. All right, so
I'm going to go live, and I'm going to see if I can invite you both into my live.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. Go ahead. Let's see.
And then I can jump off, I got another phone here, so I can stand here while I do this.
No, go ahead. I'm trying to read some of these comments. We got Cecilia 692 says I'm on the Illinois and Wisconsin border and haven't seen anything yet. So nothing. They haven't moved that far inland. Western New York Cemeteries says I personally haven't seen anything, but I've heard something earlier about it sitting nearby. But I'm also like 7 hours away from New Jersey, so that could definitely be a part being further away from New Jersey, but still, Western. What's the local news there in New York saying about this? Is it coming on the local news? Let's see what she says. It's gonna. And Western, if you want to come up, man, come up. You don't have to show your face. You can just sit here and chat. Ben says things are going to get crazier closer we get to January 20th. Yeah, that's what's crazy. And not to be so dumbed down on the January. I don't understand the January 20th thing. I don't know what happens on the 20th. Is there? I know Trump takes office before the 20th, doesn't he? Like the 6th or the 5th. So I'm in the Asheville area. Cool. Where's Asheville? Is that up in New Jersey area or what state's that in? Ben. Sorry, I'm talking to Ben, y'all. No, y'all can't see my face. Inauguration Day. Okay, I see. North Carolina. So anything down there in North Carolina, Ben? Try to figure out if they're doing total coastlines. Cool. You're fine, Trina. You're fine. Look at some of the other comments in here. Inauguration Day. Yeah, it's just really, really strange. Really strange. It's kind of crazy sitting here, y'all, talking to both y'all, everybody off. Actually, this is my left. I don't know why anyway, the phone's over here for TikTok, and then all of y'all I'm streaming over here, and then I forgot. I think this is Facebook Live up here. I don't know. We got too many cameras going on here. It's the first time I've ever done this many cameras, streamed at one time. But definitely got to find out what's going on with these UAPs and UFOs over in New Jersey. And, other people are saying that they're finding them in other states and they're coming off the coastline. Last night, they're coming off the New York coastline and New Jersey coastline. And then I'd start hearing they're coming out of the California coastline. And now that we got reports they're coming off the Gulf coastline, it's like, okay, if they're coming, north, south, east, and west, why are we not getting answers? Why won't they give us answers? Apparently they're hiding something, but which we'll never know what they're hiding, but it'd be nice to get something. All right. Ben Richland here on YouTube says the storm flooded Asheville wasn't a natural thing. I totally agree with you. I think there's a lot of stuff that was there in North Carolina and all the way up through the Kentucky and all that. It's just there's a lot of military installation stuff that's up there, so I can definitely see why they were trying to flood that out. And then, of course, the government having HARP, which is no big secret. You can go take a tour there twice a year. It's ran by the U.S. Air Force, and it's the High Aurora Energy Project or whatever they call it. But anyway, basically what it is, they have a bunch of towers, these big metal towers and antennas, and they can fire them up and they can project signals into the ionosphere and bounce them off the ionosphere and project them at other places wherever they want it to go out in the world, and they can cause your weather patterns to change. They can give us snow, ice, storms, tornadoes, hurricanes. They can do whatever they want, and they're not quiet about it. Let's see here. All right, Trina, I got you. You're echoing on me though. What's up, Audrey? Audrey Maddox says, "Hey, what's up?" Ben,
Did that help?
Yes. Audrey says, Isaiah says, freaking nerd. Tell him I said, what's up?
You, I need to find Nickel J.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sitting here. I'm going to read some more of Ben's stuff over here on YouTube since I'm on YouTube Live also. It says, Ben says, there were the balloons a while back. And definitely the balloons a while back. It says quartz mining, one of the largest in the U.S. Oh, yeah. The quartz mining there in North Carolina, definitely. There's a lot of land grab and a lot of stuff that they're doing behind the scenes with all the flooding and stuff that went up there. I think that's just my personal opinion. You know, I don't want to try to sound too much of a conspiracy theorist or anything like that. I'd rather find, hard evidence and try to figure out what's going on. It's so flipping weird. I do normally go do my investigations, paranormal investigations, and see what's going on. But with all the UFO stuff and the cover-ups and just, it's a crazy cool time to be alive, y'all. Crazy cool time. Ben says I was there. It looks like we lost Trainer for a second. His Psycho says, hi, I live in the Ocean County, New Jersey. They're everywhere. So in Ocean County, what are you seeing in there? I mean, are they actually coming out of the water? Are they hovering over the water, or are they over land? I mean, what are y'all seeing? There we go. Get Audrey in here. All right, Audrey, you're in. What up, girl?
Hey, how are you?
Doing well. How's Isaiah?
Oh, there we go. Nope. Hold on.
You're good.
Okay.
Yo, what's up, dude?
Fucking finally got a weekend off.
Finally got a weekend off, huh? Hey, what's your thoughts on all this, man? Since, I mean, you're military, what's your thoughts on all this UFO and UAP stuff that's going on?
No, we got shit no one knows about.
Definitely got that.
Just hidden in the iceberg, or hidden in the glaciers of Antarctica.
But why do you think? I mean, these lawmakers and the governing body of New Jersey, they've got their mayors of all these different towns, and they've got their senators and congressmen are asking questions, and they're getting nothing back at all. You would think that state to state or state to government, would at least tell them something, even if they were telling them to keep it hush hush.
Well, it's kind of hard to do when some of our leadership and some of our mayors and stuff aren't even human.
You think so? You think that some of them maybe like Anunnakis or Anunnakis, or what do they call them, like different aliens, or like a reptilian race?
I think there's too many, like, I guess, videos.
They could be walking right with us. We don't even know it.
Yeah.
That's true.
There's too many inconsistencies with things. And I can't remember his fucking name, but he was big within the government. He claimed that they were real and that they were walking among us and shit like that. And then you had again another president who claimed that they were real and he was trying to bring that shit to the light. I think if there's people within the government that's like, hey,
hell, P. Diddy was a fucking alien. He was pro people.
We're not going on the Diddy thing.
Not on the Diddy thing.
No.
The Diddler. The Diddler.
We're gonna come out with the whole Batman villain for him.
For real.
We got the Riddler and the Diddler.
Hey, I tell you what, with all this weird stuff that's going on in the world, I'm surprised Batman hasn't showed up yet.
Oh my God. Audrey's nails are falling off.
I got my nails done, and I'm soaking them off, and they look really, really weird right now.
Do they? Like alien nails.
Well, I'm soaking them in acetone, and they look all like funky.
They look alienated.
They do, yeah.
They do. They definitely look alienated.
Mm.
Let's see here. I just looked at your video. Wow. Yeah, I need to go look at It's Psycho's video. It's the only bad part about being on live, but I've got one of my other laptops set up over here, and I just got too much technology around me. I'm like, too many cameras. I just shut one off. I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 going on right now. 4th one, I've already shut it off. I was like, man, nobody's watching on it. So click off on it. Sit back and relax. And
I was going to ask you, when the hell are we supposed to go with you? Just keep it. I'm not going to try to.
Oh man, we need to set something up. I've got one gentleman that has hit us up, and
Like the tour of the Mullendorf Ranch.
man, the Mullendorf Ranch would be cool. It's just the people that have the property are really picky, so we'd have to get the permission approval to get up there. And it's,
I got the people on the inside.
do you? Yeah, if you can make that happen, I'd like to go up there. Is because the story to that is so interesting of how they died. It's like there's all these different stories. Well, there's all these stories that it was like a horrible, homicide and just all bad things that happened. And then when you get down to it, there was nothing of that sort. They had a Christmas party and their family left, and they had a gas leak, and they all passed away in the middle of the night in their sleep due to carbon monoxide poisoning.
Not only that, but I have a cousin that lives out there. He's a ranch hand, and he took us out to the shop. And I guess that's where they used to take imprisoned slaves.
Okay.
And upstairs, me and Audrey, we walked in, and it looks like a big-ass barn. We walk in there, first level, completely normal. We felt fine. Second level, fine. Then we got to like the loft area where they used to make the slaves sleep.
Okay.
And Audrey instantly felt sick.
Wow. Yeah, I've never seen any of the. I didn't even see any barn. The only time I've been out there it's just the only structure that was left was the slab, and then you got the tall chimney and stuff like that. But I didn't see a barn out there.
It's kind of out off to the side.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's also sites of shapeshifters and skinwalkers.
Man, I totally believe in that, because I mean, have y'all watched my the Attack by a Skinwalker, the Bird Creek episode?
I saw that you uploaded it, but right as I was going to click it,
that episode was absolutely insane, because the evidence that we got, I didn't even realize that we caught it until we got back to the house, me and Boone, the other investigator. And Boone, he thought he'd seen like an orb of light. It was his eyes, I just guess couldn't adjust to the light at night or whatever. But anyway, he never really even said nothing, which we thought we'd seen a couple things out there, and which we did. We went out and investigated. I don't want to run it for any of y'all that have not watched the episode yet here on my YouTube.
Please don't. I'm gonna watch it.
But
got busy.
It's wild, because we're inside this abandoned Indian school building up in Pusk, Oklahoma, and I am facing, I'm sorry, I'm like sitting here on YouTube, talking to YouTube, so I'm trying to illustrate to them. So I'm facing this direction, and off to my side is the entrance to the schoolhouse. So while I'm facing the long hall of the school, it's just one big open building. It's built in like 1928 or something like that. But anyway, Boone's facing like this, filming me, and then all of a sudden he does this, and he's looking out this window. I don't know what he's looking at. I don't even know that he's filming out the window, because I'm sitting there completely, in the dark, doing this investigation. And I remember him saying like, man, I think I see an orb out here. I think I see a light. And I'm like, okay. I just kind of blow it off. I wish I wouldn't have blown it off as much, because that whole investigation just went south. I mean, there's some of the weirdest stuff. It is by far the scariest place I've ever set foot into. And I've been out there 4 times. And video number 1, well, I should say the first time I went out there, I was on TikTok Live. Did not download the footage in within the 30-day time that TikTok gives us. So I lost all that footage, which that totally sucks. Because I got my K2 knocked out of my hand. I got a rock that came flying out of a closet that belted me in the mouth and busted my mouth open. And the embarrassing part is I didn't want to go to the place by myself. So I called my ex-wife and I asked Melody, I was like, hey, can you come up and go with me? And she was like, oh, I guess I can. And Audrey, you know who my child is too, by the way. Me and her were talking about it the other day. So y'all went to school. Y'all went to school together.
Yeah. She just let me know about that the other day.
Des.
I was like, no shit. And she was like, yeah.
Yeah. I seen her, like me and you were live one night and she popped up there and I was like, well, that's Des.
Yeah.
But so it was Destiny's mom that went out there with me. So Mel goes out there. She doesn't want to get out of the car, but she witnesses everything. We leave, I drop Mel back off in Bartlesville. I come back home, trying to figure out what's going on. And then at that point is when I'm like, you know what? I need to go get Boone and go get all the equipment, go up here and document everything that's going on. And we did, and didn't think that we got enough evidence. And when we came home, we realized that we had more than enough evidence with the full body apparitions that it has glowing eyes and you can see it walk behind us, behind the trees. And it just keeps pacing back and forth, just watching us. And so it was really weird. But a lot of other things going down at that location. So that was that mine and Boone's time was the 3rd time I was up there. The 2nd time I went up there with a buddy of mine named Dane and his girlfriend Sam. And when we were up there, there was another group of kids that are from Bartlesville. And if you watch the episode, you might know them because they're all from Bartlesville and they're about your age. There's a girl named Peyton, and there was Cash, there was Jordan, then there was Michael, Kiera, and I'm trying to think of the other girl's name. I can picture her face, but I can't remember her name. But anyway, they all showed up and they brought a Ouija board. So they decided to play the Ouija board inside the Bird Creek school, and I filmed all of it. So after filming it, coming home, I put some of that evidence of the Ouija board footage. I put it in the very first Bird Creek's episode. But I decided that I'm going to release all that footage tomorrow. So I've got most of it all edited. I'll probably finish up editing some more of it after a while when I get off live here. And, try to get that thing up tomorrow and give everybody the whole Ouija board footage, which is really, really strange. It's really weird because we set the Ouija board down and I stuck the K2 and a REM pod on one side and the Ouija board, REM pod on one side of the Ouija board and a K2 on the other side of the Ouija board. And
which episode is this that you're talking about?
This is the skin.
Asking.
This should be the attack by a skinwalker. It's a Bird Creek episode. It's not Return to Bird Creek. That'd be the 2nd one.
What's the one that just said Skinwalker?
It'll have I think the thumbnails, it's got a blue with a dark figure with glowing eyes. But yeah, that investigation was absolutely crazy. And what's even crazier, there's this girl I've been following on TikTok I think it's like Okie Spooky or Spooky Okie or something like that. But anyway, she just moved to Pahuska. And she drew, I guess she's been having dreams about that school. And she drew this really cool picture and she posted on TikTok the other day. And I was like, dude, like what was weird is like, I'm scrolling through TikTok, just, thumbing through feeds as fast as possible. And then her picture pops up and it's just a pencil drawing of her dream. But as soon as I seen it, I didn't even have to read that it said bird school. I mean, she drew it just what it looks like. And It was really cool. It was really weird. And I want that picture. I want to frame that picture in my house because of going out to Birds Creek and having the experiences that I've had out there.
Yeah.
You know, eventually I'll go out there. I need to go out there for the 5th and final time because every time I've been out there, I get different evidence. I get the same evidence, but I get more. And it gets wilder and just more crazy every time I go out there. So, but the next time I go out there, I'm going to do a collab. I definitely want to set up a collab and get a couple other YouTubers, other paranormal investigators off of YouTube, some people out of state, and get them to, go out there and see what they think.
Shit. Well, let me know if you let me know in advance, then I can probably get someone to watch.
Yeah,
the
definitely.
kiddo.
Yeah,
Me and
definitely.
Me and him can go.
Have you and Isaiah come out there and stuff.
Yeah.
So, what's your thoughts on all this stuff, Audrey? All this UAP and all this New Jersey stuff. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, there's out of every planet and galaxies and shit, there's no way. Yeah, we're not the only living thing.
No, I don't think that we can't be the only living thing.
No, there's hundreds of millions of galaxies and shit. We're not the only ones. It just depends on whether or not you kind of think that they are among us or whether they're not.
Right. Last night I'm trying to get Uncle Jay to come up here and join with me. He's another TikTok content creator. And I was on his stream last night and we came across this guy, in the Now, I think was his handle on Twitter, or not Twitter, but TikTok. But he claimed to be an alien race that's from a different planet, and this planet got destroyed. And the conversation, it was very interesting. Not like funny, like not make fun of him or anything like that. It was really seriously interesting because every question that I popped out to him, he had a rebuttal immediately. Like he knew the questions, and I was throwing off the wall questions like, recreational sports, the type of food, to what your living conditions were like on the planet. And then he talks about these 7 elders. And then I'm trying to figure out where the 7 elders come from and, just fishing for information. And then come to find out that I guess on the 17th of this month here in like 2 or 3 more days, they're supposed to make a big mass invasion. What is what he said. And they're all going to show themselves. I don't know if that's true or not, but anything's possible. Just really strange. But it was just really weird. I don't know how to say it. What the cool thing is that while I was on the live last night, I screen recorded the entire live without anybody knowing. So, which I told Jay today when I was talking to Uncle Jay that, I was like, hey, I screen recorded the live last night, but my audio did not pick up at all. And that's the only crappy part. I was like, dude, this sucks. The audio didn't pick up. Well, off my audio, because I guess like anytime I asked questions, it didn't pick up off my microphone. It picked up everybody else asking questions, but it was weird. So I guess I can't screen record and while I'm on live on TikTok because it doesn't pick up my own vocals.
Yeah, you would have to. You would actually have to record from like a different camera. That way it picks everything up. Or you can kind of show it from different angles. If it doesn't quite pick up your live's audio, then it could at least, or you could still screen record everything that's happening on your phone and then kind of splice it together.
Right. Well, and then even like tonight, like right now on YouTube, because I'm live on YouTube doing YouTube live and also here on TikTok doing TikTok live. But, it's kind of one of the spur of the moment things. I thought, man, maybe I need to set this up like a podcast and get a couple other people in here and multi-window my YouTube stuff. And then I thought, I'm just going to sit here. We'll just stream it live off my laptop. You know, I'm just sitting here in my bedroom. I can sit here. At least I can sit here and chill. There's things I can do on YouTube that I'm not allowed to do on TikTok. So that's why y'all get to see all the aliens on TikTok, and everybody on YouTube watching, y'all get to see me.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. Anytime I went live, like you can't smoke on live or restriction.
Oh, definitely, because like it's like right now being on YouTube live, it's just like if I'm doing a podcast, you know, if I want to have a cigarette while I'm on podcast, I want to sit down. If Joe Rogan can do it, I can do it, you know.
Right.
Plus, I want to be able to be comfortable and in my setting that when people do come in on my lives on TikTok or even here on YouTube, you know, they see me, they get me. You know, I want to be able to communicate with everybody that's watching me, and they get the real deal. It's just like my videos, you know, all my investigations. You know, there's so much fake that's out there, and there's like being a paranormal investigators. Like when I started, I didn't even make YouTube videos. You know, I just did it to do it, you know, and documented my own experiences. And then a couple of years ago, a friend of mine was like, "Hey, you know, start putting this on YouTube and show the world," because he was like, "Dude, you don't fake anything. You don't doctor stuff up like other people do." And he's like, "You just go out there, you film, and what you get's what you get. You present it to everybody." You know, and that's what I did. It's like when we went to Goatman's Bridge out in Denton, Texas. We went out there, and Zach Bagans, it's supposed to be his number 2 most haunted place that he'll never go back to. Me and Boone were down there. We got out there, I think at like 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon. We didn't leave till 5 o'clock in the morning the next day. We were out there for, it seemed like forever. And
you got to be careful with some of the shit, because some of the shit you won't carry it home.
Yeah. But the Goatman's Bridge thing is like we had more evidence during the daylight than what we did at nighttime. And most of the stuff, like people say that they see like these red eyes and that follow you through, you know, to the forest at Goatman's Forest. When you get out there, there's so many red blinking lights out there because of all the towers that are around there for all the airports and radio stations. And then there's like a road that goes right next to the forest. So there's times that you can't hear the cars, but they drive by, and as they drive by, their tail lights look like red glowing eyes running through the forest. You know, so it's so easy to debunk all the stuff that was going out there. And maybe I just went on a bad night that nothing hit, but I got absolutely no evidence whatsoever at Goatman's Bridge. I think Goatman's Bridge is nothing but a crock of crap. That's what I think. But, you know, and there's other stories. There's this guy named Lamont that they found his body up underneath the bridge, dumped there, and nobody ever talks about it, you know. And I didn't find that out until I got down there. And then after I got down there, after doing the investigation, when I found out, I thought, man, I wish I'd known this before that, because I could have been talking about that and bringing that up and having something, an actual real person tied to something horrific to that area. Because the Goatman stuff, it's all just myths and lores. You know, it's supposedly about this guy that is trying to sell goats, and, you know, it's a racial tension thing. They got rid of him, and then I guess the spirit possesses the bridge, and then another guy goes there, same thing happens to him, but they go down to retrieve the body. The body didn't have a head on it, and then this entity walks out of the forest and puts a goat on that's this body, and the body animates and walks around, and hence the Goatman. But we didn't see any apparitions. I mean, K2s weren't going off. Like no REM pod hits. No, absolutely nothing out there. Oh, you got me in there. That's cool.
Hi.
That's so cool. Make sure you like it too. You need to get these subscribe counts up on this YouTube channel. I'm almost there, so I can open the shops and give everybody more stuff of what they want. Make it a lot more fun. The journey to get there is just kind of the boring part right now. It's like kind of just setting. It's just boring. It's like I can offer everybody like cool videos, but there's a lot of videos that I'm saving until, you know, paid subscribers and things like that. Give them the perks, you know, let them see the special stuff, the good stuff, the better stuff. Basically all I'm going to do is just load up the videos uncut with no music, no nothing, and they get what they get, you know. And most of it's probably comedy, because the crap that me and Boone talk about behind the scenes that we got to edit out of the videos, it's just, we get so off subject. I mean, we'll be quoting South Park, you know, TV shows and stuff like that. It gets silly, but it's a lot of fun when we go out there.
Listen, getting to see the special stuff, I'm not throwing no dollar bills. So I just want to put that out there.
What is it?
I said, yeah, seeing all the special stuff, I'm not throwing no dollar bills. I got a couple quarters I can toss.
Oh, right. Nah, man. Your family anyway, so you can just drive over here and see it firsthand.
Yeah. They finally told us we're getting deployed in 2027.
Do what? So, oh, you're doing what?
They finally told us we're getting deployed in 2027.
Are you really? Do you know where you're going yet?
Probably Africa.
Nah, that sucks.
He's gonna go to Djibouti.
It'll be fun. It'll be good pay.
What'd you say?
I said it'd be fun. At least it's some decent pay.
Yeah, it's hazard pay because it's a war zone.
Man, just bob and weave, son. Bob and weave. Tuck and roll.
It's pretty much what I told him.
Bob and weave,
I
bro.
That whole thing, I'm kind of chubby.
Just fall and bounce, bro. Fall and bounce.
Yeah.
So.
A buddy of mine, he went out fishing. He does late night fishing. Yeah.
I do late night fishing.
And he told me that it basically just got really fucking quiet. And they saw a light. It was him and a buddy of his. Wow, my hand is really cold. But it got real quiet, and they saw just one simple light. Like, it was dead silent. And, well, that kind of caught me off guard, because I was like, typically, if it goes dead silent, like you hear no other animals, then it's probably because the other animals sense a predator around.
Right.
And I've heard that that's what skinwalkers do. When there is one near, everything goes fucking silent.
It's the weirdest experience I've ever had. When you watch the episode, it's better to listen to it with headphones or earbuds in. If you got surround sound, definitely turn it up, because I've tried to enhance all the volume and stuff the best way I can, so you can hear the clarity of what the background stuff. But when you see it, watch the episode. I'll put it this way. I get attacked by a bat. It turns into a bat. It turns into wasp in the middle of the night. It turns into wolves and coyotes. And then it's a cat. And then it's a full person walking behind the car. Like, it turns like, and the weird thing is, like, our equipment we used, which I'm not really big on, like the spirit, like any phone apps that people are using. I'm just not big on the phone apps, because those are phone generated apps. So they could have a lot of, you know, fake stuff that's already generated to it, you know, somebody pre-typing stuff and make it say something. Sorry, right quick. Benjamin Rich on YouTube says, tell Isaiah, tell him thank you for his service. So Isaiah, Benjamin Rich on YouTube says, thank you for your service, sir.
I appreciate your support.
He says, thank you, Ben. But yeah, the skinwalker stuff, it's hard to explain. That's the first time that I've ever came across it. It's the only time I ever came across it is out at Bird Creek. You know, that's why I'm like, I got to go back one more time, do a collab with some of the people, maybe take you and Isaiah with me up there. Definitely do a collab. Maybe try to get a hold of like Omar Gosh or one of these other YouTubers, Twin Paranormal, one of those guys. See if they'll come down here and check this place out.
One person?
Yeah, but Matt's busy right now.
Oh, I'm just being an ass.
Oh no, Matt's him and Eldon are trying to buy the they've been trying to get a hold of the Conjuring House, but the lady that owns the Conjuring House has started a lot of trouble with a lot of people lately. And
I thought they've already been.
oh no, they've already been up there. The lady that owns the house, she's given all these other paranormal people a lot of trouble and a lot of crap. And so she's in some. I've heard she's in some financial troubles with it. I don't know if that's true or not, but just hearsay. But it's been told to me that they are trying to buy it from her.
Oh.
So and then
just on that topic, what the hell happened with Corey and Elton? They're on right now.
Yeah, Corey wanted more money. Basically, I guess I don't know. I do and I don't. I don't want to say anything bad about Corey's. Corey's cool, but there was stuff behind the scenes that surprised me and shocked me. But basically, what I got out of it is that it came down to money. Corey wanted more money. Elton's like, I pay you enough, and you're not doing nothing. You know, you don't go help out doing this, doing that. Elton had all the proof for it. Corey didn't rebuttal fast enough, and which is weird because when I talked to Colby last year up in Kansas, Colby had said the same thing, and Sam was sitting there, and he was like, "Yeah, I guess Corey had did the same thing to them." I don't know if that's true because I wasn't there. I'm not in that particular group. You know, I'm in Oklahoma. They're up there, and well, Las Vegas, but they're from Overland Park and all that, which is a couple hours north of here.
Okay.
But just a bunch of drama. And what's weird is like this year for the paranormal community, there's been so much weird drama this year. Like everybody's had crap. I mean, poor Omar, gosh, he's lost his mother. He went through a divorce and then lost some of his animals and stuff. And James has had some stuff. The twins, the twin paranormal on Thanksgiving Day, they go out to eat dinner with their mom or their parents, and they come home to their house, and their house had got broke into, and they got robbed, and they took, I guess, their hard drives and their computers and their recording equipment. So kind of screwed those guys, for a while, for a good week until they can try to find stuff. And it's really weird for them because somebody had stole their stuff and has sent them ransoms for their passwords back. Like they've told them, hey, give us $10,000. I don't know if it was 10 grand or whatever, but they were like, hey, give us some money for, if you want your Instagram account back. Just really weird stuff. And I'm like, dude, this is just, but everybody's had crap this year. Everybody's had crap, including me. It's just been a really weird year for paranormal investigators. I mean, it's just, hopefully 2025 will be a lot better. Hopefully so.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping the same thing. I told Isaiah that even if we didn't end up going with you, that him and I were going to go and get. Yeah, we were probably going to try to start up a channel or something, and start getting some equipment going our way. That way.
Oh, definitely.
Because it's something that interests him and it interests me. So
it's a lot of fun. It's dangerous, just do a lot of research. I suggest going there and checking the place out that you're going to go there. If it's an outside location or if it's an abandoned location, definitely go there before the sun sets, get there, scope it out several hours during the daytime, get familiar with the location, then go at it during the nighttime. But your indoor locations are really cool. The worst part is a lot of it you got to pay for, rental places and stuff overnight. Some of it's expensive, some of it's cheap. Like the Sally House is like $350 for like 8-9 hours to rent out. It's worth it. It's great content. It's a great experience. It opens your mind to more scientific reasons, trying to figure out what's really going on.
Well, I saw that. Oh God, who all was it? It's Corey. I think it was just Corey and Elton that went. They went to Hill House. That's definitely a place that has been on my mind. Just seeing the evidence that they got, and you can hear like footsteps in the background, and you can hear like just barely. But you can hear whispering in the background. That one for some reason is stuck in my mind. That's a place I really want to go. I'd be terrified, but I'd love to go just to see what I would get.
Yeah. It's some of it's a hit and miss, a lot of it when you watch all of our episodes, like on YouTube and stuff, it looks like it's super fast. I mean, which it is, and most of my episodes are about an hour and a half long. And I cut out so much evidence. I leave out so much stuff because I don't want to bore the people. But there's so much stuff that happens, and we're normally out there at least our minimum is 12 hours. I won't do anything, less than 12 hours. It's like, okay, if we're not out there for at least 12 hours, I'm not going to go out there,
Right.
You ask questions and you're looking for evidence and you're searching for evidence. And there's a lot of times, like when we're doing the spirit box sessions, like an SB7 session or like an Estes method, you ask the questions and we wait between questions, and then I edit it out. So it's like we ask the questions, you immediately get the answer, so you don't have to sit there and wait 15 minutes and wait for the answer. But, Boone and I, we've got a certain amount of time that we give each other between questions, to wait for a response. Because if these are entities and beings that have passed on, that are in a different dimension, and they're having to take different energies or utilize energy, to speak to us, it could take a lot for them to speak, and then they got to build the energy back again, just to speak again. So it takes a minute between, answers. But some of the equipments, I definitely recommend getting equipment, but the best thing that I can suggest for you to start off, for you and Isaiah, go get you some infrared cameras. You can get them on Amazon, probably $200-300, where that way you can record in color and IR. And the best tool that you're going to have is your ears. Just use your ears, start listening. Is your body's going to know, your intuition is going to know what is real and what's weird, what's normal and what's not normal. Normal sounds, if it's just you and Isaiah inside of a location and it's just you two investigating it, and then you start hearing walking behind you. I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory.
Well, and I've heard that, I guess it's like when you get scared, or some people say, oh, your body just kind of knows when something's not right, because that's why your hair stands up on the back of your hair stands up.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's something like that. But when you get into some of the paranormal stuff, it's hard to explain, because when something passes through you or in front of you and touches you, I mean, most people are like, oh, I can feel a hand. And it's not really like that. It's more of, it almost feels like, I'm trying to see how I can explain it. It's like a spider web, or somebody that has long hair and they're putting hair in front of your face or on your body. It tickles like that. Like when you have a straggly hair that's falling out of your hair, off your head, and it's on your arm, and you're just like, man, and you're trying to pull it. It feels like that. Or when you walk through a spider web and you can't see the spider web, but you're trying to pull it off of you. It kind of feels like that. But the cold chills thing, I've only felt the real cold chills twice. I've been with other investigators like, man, I feel it's getting cold. And I'm like, nah, it's not getting cold. They're too excited. That's the bad part about seeing some of the other YouTubers that are investigators. They get way too excited. I'm so excited. Like, whoa. That's just, I mean, it's fun and games. It's cool that they get excited, but I'm like, if it's that real and that serious, it's not that exciting. I mean, it is, but you're not going to be screaming like that. It's going to be screaming terror. Because the things that I've came across that are real, when it really happens, I am frightened to death, especially having my career that I've had in law enforcement and knowing what to deal with. And I've dealt with all kinds of situations. And when you get there with the real deal, it's really strange. And it's like the cold feelings. When you get the cold chills, it's not like the cold chills when you get cold. it's a different cold. It's like it's internal. It's almost like on the inside of your muscles. It's really strange, and it doesn't last long. I mean, it's only like a split second, but it's enough to make your body notice that this isn't right. This is something I don't feel. It's not from the wind. It's just, it's different.
Well, the one thing that I have at least seen that really does make me a real believer of, you know, like the afterlife and stuff like that. And I guess not just the afterlife, but I mean, you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Is using I don't know how you pronounce it, but the Estes method, I think is or how you said it.
Yeah, the Estes method. That's where you blindfold with the headphones on.
Yeah. The fact that, you know, even like the video of Hill House with Corey and Elton, they were in completely separate rooms. Corey was in the bathtub in the bathroom, and then you had Elton in the bedroom right next to him, and Corey was answering questions that Elton was asking. When Corey couldn't even hear him, and I mean they were direct answers to what he was asking. That can't really be planned.
No, it can't. And the crazy thing is the Estes method is I forgot the guy's name that invented it, the gentleman, or the two guys that came up with it. But it was created in Estes Park, Colorado, at the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park. But I will say this: me doing the Estes method, I love doing it, but it's nerve-wracking. So nerve-wracking because it's a whole different ball game because your senses are all off, but they're on. I know it's such a contradictory statement to make, but when you're blindfolded and you're listening to all this white noise that's chattering, and then you start hearing things that's coming through, and you don't hear anybody that's asking the question, so you're just repeating what you're just blurting out what you're hearing. But your mind, you got to make sure that your mind's not going into a pareidoia type of state of thinking that you're hearing stuff that you're really not. So you got to be really careful. But at the same time, it's such an intimate thing between you and whatever that you're trying to connect with that it's frightening because you really don't know what you're talking to. I so got to sneeze right now. And I'm trying not to sneeze. Here it comes. Oh, bless me, y'all. I can feel it coming up. Wow, that got me. But yeah, the Estes method, it's hard to explain. I don't recommend it for everybody. I promise you that. It's not for everybody because it needs to be timed. It has to be. It's a very responsible thing that somebody does. It's not something that you just go play with. The Estes, as soon as you fire up an SB7 spirit box, it is literally that spirit box is it's a technological Ouija board. It's a new age Ouija board, just has an antenna and it's battery powered. And we do not know what we're getting across there. Well, I don't know what's coming across. You know, you never know. I mean, like when I was at Healing Rock in Skytook, Oklahoma, we went out there to investigate this rock that has healing powers. And one of the clearest EVPs that came across the spirit box comes out, and it caught my attention. I love watching the episode because I'm just like, whoa, that's so weird. Because that's exactly what it says. It says, how weird. And it's just weird how it says, like, how weird. So strange how it says it. And I was like, my face, you can see my face. I'm like, what? But then again, I'm getting my bandana gets tugged, you know, and some people hit me. I was like, oh, that's wind. And I'm like, go look at the grass. The grass and leaves, they're not blowing around. It's just really strange out there at that rock. Mm-hmm. But like I said, I've been to some of these locations that we get really good evidence. And then I went to these bigger locations that everybody else has been to, and you get nothing. And then came across some videos because I was wanting to go to the Queen Mary, and came across some videos the other day that I actually reposted on my TikTok of the workers that work for Queen Mary that are like the guides and stuff that walk you through it. And this guy straight up, he's telling them, he's like, no, we lied about that. We made up these names, and there's nobody who's ever died like that and passed on, and there's no ghost, and there's not this. And He's just telling all, like, they all made up a bunch of crap. So it makes me like skeptical, because I'm like, okay, now do I want to waste my time and money and energy going out to Queen Mary if it's fake? Or is this guy just saying it's fake just to shut everybody up?
Right. Yeah, that's weird.
So
yeah, I mean, I still, I don't know. It's still intriguing to me.
it is. It is.
I think you won't really ever know what's real and what's not until you go, or until you die.
Yeah.
And then you'll find out that way.
Yeah, the hard way.
Yeah.
So
I think it's
sorry,
way, really.
Sorry, I'm sitting here trying to read the comments on YouTube Live. Benjamin Rich said, "You're talking about ley lines that run through the planet, which it's also where most of the pyramids are constructed." Ben, I agree with you. There's some ley lines that's down in Florida. I wish that Uncle Jay was on here on my TikTok or watching this on YouTube Live. He's a friend of mine that lives in Lake City, Florida. And down in Florida, there's this place called Coral Castle, or Coral Rock, I think is what it is. But anyway, it's a castle that was built out of coral, and the gentleman had used the ley lines to levitate the rocks and move them. And he actually had to move his entire castle, I think 15 or 20 miles away, and use the ley lines to move that. But ley lines are very powerful. I think they carry a lot of energy. They hold a lot of energy. If not, we wouldn't have them. We wouldn't know what they were. So I'm trying to see who else we got in here that we can pull in. I'm wanting to find some more people to come in from trying to find some people that's from New Jersey to join up with us. I'm trying to find out what's going on in New Jersey, like firsthand.
I think it'd be cool.
I'm trying to see who else on here. I don't see anybody right now that I know of that's there. We had some people last night that were from there. That was pretty wild. Yo, there's Tom. What's up, Tom?
Hey, Sean.
How are you doing tonight, man?
Pretty good. How about you?
Oh, just trying to stay warm, which is pretty warm here in Tulsa right now. It's 43 degrees here, clear skies. I know they've got a big meteor shower and we've got a full moon. But other than that, it's pretty warm. We've been down in low 20s and 30s, and it started the cold season already here in Oklahoma. So hurry up and get the next 2 months over with and get back to warming up.
It's 39 here right now in Chicago.
39 in Chi-Town.
Which is unusual.
So since you're in Chicago, are y'all having anything there with these drones or anything like that? Any sightings there in Chicago?
I haven't seen any. Of course, I haven't really been out much, but when we do go out, I do look, and I haven't seen anything.
Wow. Is it coming on y'all's news, like the local news there in Chicago, about what's going on in New Jersey and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
What are they saying about it?
I've seen some of the videos they showed, and the way some of them lights go way up in the sky, I don't think drones could go that high.
No, and what I don't understand, some of these drones, they say, or these UAPs or UFOs or these ball of energy lights, they say that some of these are the size of school buses, y'all. The size of school buses. If they're the size of school buses or a small Prius, how are they not hearing these? What kind of, like, even if it is a drone and they are electric propelled, you would still hear the electric generator motor and the zipping of the propellers like you do any drone. But they're saying that these have no noise in them.
Yeah, because when they were showing the drones on TV, you could hear the sound of the drones. You could hear, the motor or the propeller is moving.
So you can on some of them. So some of them are definitely drone. Ben Rich here on YouTube says they've been shutting down the internet in certain areas, which I've seen some videos over that. It's interesting that you say that, Ben. I came across a video earlier today that there's a radio station in New Jersey. I think it's like 106.7 or 106.2 or 106.3. It's 106 point something. And the sounds that they were getting across the radio waves were demonic sounding. I mean, it was just some freaky, weird stuff. But it sounded like something, I should say demonic, definitely alienated, but I don't know. It's hard to, I've never heard anything like that. It's hard to describe what I heard, but it did not sound natural. Excuse me. But I don't know why we're not getting answers. I mean, if it is drones and they're wanting to surveil the area, be like, okay, just tell us, go get the pictures of our land and leave us alone, But if they are going after military installation bases and trying to spy on things like that, why is our government not doing anything about it?
Yeah.
I even like what Trump said. Trump said to pew them out of the sky, make them fall. Sorry, YouTube, I got to watch what I'm saying. I'm on TikTok. So
Yeah.
But yeah, Trump says out of the sky and they'll fall, and I agree with him. But then you got the FCC saying, if you can't shoot these things because they're drones and it's against the law and different rules, and it's like, okay, if that's the rules, then how do we protect ourselves?
Yeah.
I think if it's within a certain feet, whether it's high or whether it's in the sky or on the ground, you have a right to get rid of it.
That's what I think. Especially all of us here. I mean, Audrey, you and Isaiah, y'all are here in Oklahoma like I am. I'm like, dude, if they come to Oklahoma, you realize how much fun we're gonna have.
You'll be hearing the.
We're gonna have so much fun.
Yeah.
Like we've been waiting for something like that.
Yeah, you'd be sitting outside just waiting to see one.
But if aliens are real, I want to talk to one. I want to just sit down and be like, yo, you want to have a hot dog? Here, hey, here's a pizza. Try this. This is a hamburger. Here's Carl's Jr. Don't get dirty.
Right?
And then I'm sending that. Then I'll tell you what I'm going to do after that. I'm going to talk the alien in to go into McDonald's and figure out why their damn machines are always broke. The ice cream machines. Why are the ice cream machines always broke? Every time I want ice cream, I can't get it.
Yeah, it's becoming a big problem.
Here we go. We got King D says from New Jersey, saw 8 of them traveling together about 20 minutes ago. One came so close, it was about 50 feet.
Jesus.
Dadgum. Let's see here. I'm going to follow back. King, do you want to come up here? Come up live, dude?
Yeah, come chit chat. Come tell us about it.
Send him one. Yeah, I want to hear more firsthand from everybody that's up there. I mean, we're all in different states. Tom's in Chicago. There we go. We got King going on. He's coming up now. There we go. What's up, King?
What's up?
Man, so you're in New Jersey?
Yeah, I'm in Mercer County, New Jersey.
So, I mean, is the law enforcement, are they not doing anything, or can they not do anything?
They're not doing anything because they don't want to, because they don't seem like it's a threat to society.
But I would think it's a threat because we don't know what it is.
Yeah, exactly. And I know people in South Jersey, because I used to live up there about a year ago. They texted me today saying that they were walking up to their front door last night, and same thing happened to them that just happened to me. It was very, very close, and they were like scared. I mean, I was terrified myself. I was like, why is this so close?
So are they actual drones, or can you tell that they're drones, or are they just balls of lights? Do they look alienated, or can you tell they're man-made?
They look like drones 100%.
Okay.
They're huge, really, really big. I wonder. I don't know if my ring camera probably caught it because I was outside when it happened to get video.
Holy crap!
But they are extremely loud, like louder than like jets.
So you can hear them.
Itself.
So you are able to hear them then.
Yes, you can't miss it.
Okay.
They're extremely loud.
Yeah, some of the news sources, like the local, well, not local news, but the mainstream media news that I've came across on YouTube and TikTok or Instagram. Most of them are saying that they can't hear the sounds, and I'm like, I'm glad that you said that you can hear them, because that's been one of my questions. I'm like, if they're the size of a school bus, how are you not hearing this?
Exactly. You can hear. I could hear from inside my house when I came back into the house because it was flying over.
Oh my gosh. Are they all night long until like the sun comes up, or they normally peace out about midnight, 1 o'clock? Or
I've noticed that they start coming around like 7:30, 8 o'clock, and then they stay out till like noon, like almost noon. Like I would say like 11:30.
Wow.
I'm really big into this stuff, so I've been like sitting at home watching and stuff like that, and actually had to recharge my ring camera and put it out there to see if I can catch anything that happens, like if it's like really close, like down towards the ground kind of thing. But I think personally that they need to figure out what the hell's going on because it's getting a little scary now.
Right.
They're getting a little too friendly.
Well, it just kind of gets you thinking, like, what do they want?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, I mean, obviously, if you're not harming anybody, like me personally, I don't care. But like, if you aren't, taking people or harming anybody, and you're basically just flying over people, what are you looking for? What do you want?
Well, not only that, why so big? What are they holding? What is it? What kind of fuel? I mean, because I've heard all the local, like not local news, but all the mainstream news, NBC, CBS, ABC, all of them, they're all saying, giving warnings, don't down these drones because they could be filled with toxic chemicals or possible warfare.
Well, they're leaving the chemtrails. Before that happened, when one of the drones got really close, I saw about 8 of them in the diameter of my house, and I have a pretty big backyard. So I was watching them, and every single one that was out there was leaving chemtrails, and they were so thick that you can see them like without any light, like a street light or anything like that, because we're city people, so there's street lights everywhere. Wow. But in my backyard, it gets pretty dark because I don't have a light out there, and you can see them in the skies how thick they were.
That is crazy. So, hang on right quick. Hey, Tom, can you find me?
Yeah.
Trina just found me on YouTube. I just added her as a mod. I'm wanting to add you as a mod also, since you're one of my mods here on TikTok. If you can go log in on YouTube and find my live, and make a comment so I can find you and get this mod stuff set up. Sorry about that, King.
Yeah, sure.
King, so the other question I got for you. So with all these drones or these UAPs or whatever's up there, definitely drones that y'all are seeing, are y'all having any type of power surges in your housing or anything like that? Does your light surge?
Not in my area, but the South Jersey, because I know a lot of people up there, they're saying they're having issues with random powered outages and stuff like that up there. But usually up there during the wintertime, some things do go out, but it's been happening more than it should.
Okay.
Us personally, no, but I've been having issues with like my Wi-Fi, my phone, and that shouldn't be happening randomly like that.
Is it just like signal cut out, or do you hear like static in your phone, or is my
signal cuts out all the time now? My service, my Wi-Fi, when it has because I pay for top 5G everything, so I don't know why it's been doing that recently ever since this stuff's been happening. But I was outside taking that video of the chemtrail, and my phone glitched out and my video disappeared. Wow.
Now, what about animals and stuff like that?
What do you mean about animals?
Like the animals and stuff that are up there. Is the animals acting different? Like the like birds and stuff like that? Do they? Or
To be honest with you, I haven't seen any. To be honest with you, I haven't. The only thing I saw like one squirrel in the past 3 weeks, and that's probably because they're getting ready for hibernation and stuff like that.
Right.
But I haven't seen any birds. I haven't seen any animals.
What about people's personal pets in their houses, like dogs and cats? You know, are they acting different? Are they scared to go outside? Not just because of the noises, but
so I have a cat and a rabbit. My rabbit's been acting weird, so has my cat. I know my next door neighbor has 2 dogs. They refuse to go outside now, and they're always outside. She owns like big dogs. I'm not sure what kind of breed, but they've been acting weird. I haven't seen my other neighbor's dog out either, which he's older and he loves going outside because every time I walk over there, I pet him. But to be honest, now that you got me thinking, it's kind of weird.
it is kind of strange. You know, that's why I was like, you know, like I said, I'm here in Oklahoma, so being in Oklahoma and we're not experiencing any of this. You know, that's why me being a paranormal investigator, that's why I want to try to find people like you that's up in New Jersey firsthand and find out what's going on, because I'm trying to figure out like dog and cats personalities. Are they acting weird, and you know, are they more aggressive to their owners or to each other? Or their eating habits have changed, or are they not sleeping? Or are they being more active and making more noise? You know, like you said, now that you haven't seen any birds, that's why I've wanted to, you know, are the birds chirping? Are they flying around?
Yeah, no, I haven't seen any type of like outside animals, but I know for a fact my cat's a little rambunctious. She hasn't really been. My mom even said, "Hey, your cat has not been acting like itself lately," and I'm like, "I know." I was like, "Maybe it's just, you know, she's getting older." That's where my mind went.
Hey, sorry to interrupt. Hey, John, do you want to do something about this Glenn dude? He's kind of being an ass.
Yeah, I saw that.
Nah, just let him talk his trash. You know, being a YouTuber and all that, I'm not. Keyboard warriors are keyboard warriors, man. That's why he doesn't make content and he's not on YouTube. So let him talk.
Okay.
You know who that is?
Is that Glenn?
Yeah, Glenn, the one that used to go in Jay's life.
Glenn, what are you doing, dude?
What state is he talking about is my question.
I thought Glenn was in Jersey.
Glenn, are you talking about New Jersey? You live in New Jersey?
I have no idea.
Just because you might not see anything doesn't mean that
You know what?
might not.
Hey, I'm gonna bring him up right now. There's Glenn. What's up, Glenn?
Yo, look.
There we go.
I mean, I live in this state too, all right? And so far what this guy has been talking about is trash. The only thing they have acknowledged here there are drones being flown over New Jersey. There are no power spikes. There are no animals going crazy. There's nothing else going on in this state except the drones.
That's my opinion, but okay.
Yeah, they have taken down one drone in Hillsborough, New Jersey, and they wouldn't let nobody go near it, which is kind of strange. They're telling you not to go near them, and they're telling you not to shoot them down. If one goes down, they're telling you not to go near it. They're also saying they're the size of a bus. They're saying they're pretty big. They can carry payloads, which means they can carry bombs. They can carry some sort of disease-ridden stuff that will, you know, that could possibly be toxic or something like that. Other than that, whatever this King dude is saying is bull. There is nothing else going on in this state except for the flying of the drones. There hasn't been no blackouts. There hasn't. Nobody's losing power. Nobody's cell phones racking nuts.
But all right, so Glenn, 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 you're saying nothing's happening in where you're at, right?
Dude, yeah. And if there was something else going on in this state, I am in the center of the state, which means we would hear about it too, because we're close enough to New York, and we're close enough to the other side of the state where we're right in the center. We would hear about all that crap going on.
Glenn, your
Okay.
brother, your state doesn't even know what's going on. Your lawmakers, your senators don't even have answers. They don't even know what's going on.
Lawmakers are getting mad at Trump's people because they're not giving explanations.
There you go. There you go. That's what it's all about. You're a Trump hater, and you don't want to.
I'm not a Trump hater. How are you supposed to know?
Because you just said
Oh
all this
my
shit
God, I
about
can't
Trump.
with people.
But it's not about Trump.
No one said anything about Trump.
Sorry, Glenn, dude. No, it's all right. Sorry, Glenn, dude. I'm just not doing all the politics, dude. Glenn's a buddy,
That's nothing
but
to do with politics. That's the funny part. We're just curious of what's going on.
Well, and just because, you say that you live in the center of the state, that's completely fine. But
that's where I'm from.
Your experience doesn't mean that that's somebody else's experience.
right.
That's it.
God.
Everybody experiences different things. Okay? You might just be more, your eyes might be open a little bit more to actually be looking and really paying attention to what's going on around you, whereas Glenn might not be. I mean,
Well, it's just like here in Oklahoma. I mean, Audrey, you're 45 miles north of where I'm at, and things that happen here in Tulsa,
give or take about 50.
Things that happen here in Tulsa, y'all don't hear about, and there's things that happen up there in Bartlesville that we don't hear about, and we're 45 miles directly, just straight. There's just one highway, 75, straight north, that connects Tulsa to Bartlesville. But I think, the way that I think it's very important right now with social media that we can all communicate back and forth to find out what's going on, because the media is going to be covering this up. They're going to be lying about this,
Well, and you're the next thing that's going to happen is you're going to hear about some big celebrity that had a mental breakdown or is doing something out of the whole Britney Spears thing.
Yeah, somebody will come with something.
When you really break that down, what was going on behind the scenes when Britney was having her big moment?
Right.
And people have actually broke that down. It actually went well, this is what was happening when Britney was having her big meltdown. So, that's most likely what's going to happen next. So some big celebrity is going to have this big meltdown, and that's what they're going to do to try to cover up what's happening.
Right.
I'm gonna have a meltdown.
It's definitely weird. Isaiah, I'm surprised that you haven't been called out to it yet, man.
I don't know. Them damn Trump supporters.
CNN, Fox News station, everyone is talking about this and giving conflicting answers.
Yeah, I was just reading that myself. And that's the truth, because everybody's, covering it, and we're not getting a solid answer. Everybody has different answers of what's going on.
I'm just confused how you try to turn this over into politics.
That's what and the only politics thing is why the politicians aren't getting answers. For the first time, they don't have answers.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to explain to him. The lawmakers are getting agitated and fed up with it because Trump's people are not giving the answers that should be answered. They had a whole conference about it, and every time they ask, where are these drones coming from? What's going on? Oh, we don't know, but they're not a threat to society. That's the only answers they had.
Yeah, and see, that's so weird, because that's like when you said it earlier, and that's why I rebutted back. I'm like, how is it not a threat? Because if y'all don't know, y'all don't feel safe up there because you don't know what it is. I wouldn't feel safe if something's flying over my house. I have kids. I'm a single parent. I've got custody of my kids, and something flies over my house that I don't know what it is. I'm probably going to be pretty agitated, worried, probably spazzed out a little bit, want to figure out what's over my house.
Exactly. I have a daughter myself, so I understand where you're coming from.
My question would be, why did it start now?
That's the other thing. I don't know. And we all heard about this December 3rd prophecy that was coming up. That's when they were supposed to be landing, and I thought it was a bunch of crap. And then all of a sudden, here we got all this stuff, and then we hear this crap about a mothership. I'm like, if there's a mothership sitting out there in the seas, and these drones are going around our Coast Guards and they're harassing the Coast Guards, why are we not doing something about it?
Exactly.
Well, as long as they invade and leave money in my pocket, that'd be cool.
I swear this.
It'd be like that movie, World of the War of the Worlds.
It's like a stinking movie. It's like a really messed up, weird, bad, low budget movie.
Oh, and they say that if he was right, Glenn was right about one thing, is that if a drone crashes, we are not to go near it. It is a biohazard for some reason, and that we need to call the authorities right away.
It's Corona.
See, and let's it. If it's just a normal drone,
Yeah, let it fly. Just let it fly and tell us what it is, and we'll be like, okay, we know what it is. No big deal.
well, I mean, me personally, I would still question it. Well, why the fuck is there a drone flying over my house?
Yeah.
I mean, that I would be questioning. But as far as like, oh, it's just a drone. Okay, yeah, whatever. But again, King, as you said, I mean, they're loud.
They're extremely loud. I can hear from in my house loud.
So,
Like,
I have never once seen a drone that's that loud. So then you need to come up with an explanation for that.
Right.
To figure out where the fuck this sound is coming from. Why are these drones so loud? And I mean, again, if they are drones, why?
Why are they that big? We were asked that a second ago. That's why I'm like, what's the point of it? Like, if you want to go spy, you don't have to have something that big. You'd want something small. They're not being discreet about this.
I don't know how to pronounce that name, but that last
Grandi.
he is right about that. We are the lowest percentage of gun owners.
Yeah, so that actually would make sense. Why are they not in Oklahoma?
Well,
Because
from
Oklahoma, Texas.
The research I did, there were spottings in the UK, a couple of them, not as much as New Jersey. But New Jersey is one of the states that has the most drones for some reason. Delaware, they were spotted, and Maryland.
Well, they know over there that we get hit with a baseball bat.
See, but again, all of these places, all of these sightings, they're never really down south, where most of your gun owners are.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, there's gun owners all over the states. But
all over America, and it's
like Oklahoma, Texas, Kansas.
It's one of our amendments, one of our rights that our government gives us. But you're right. I mean, but as of right now, they're just on the shorelines. If this is a adversary, if it is an enemy or an adversary, and they've already come across, their stateside now, it's going to be a matter of time that I would think till they're going to move inland and go to the other states. But they could be already there. I mean, we don't know. I mean, I've seen a report here yesterday that somebody had shown out in Oklahoma City that they had got video of drones. And I'm like, okay, is it this the point where people are going to start flying their own drones and come up with a bunch of BS and bullshit and saying that, oh, this is a drone, and they're just running it? I'm like, don't run it. Make sure you're really seeing what you're seeing. Airplanes look like it, because we've all seen some of this drone footage, and some of it does look like airplanes.
Now they have the FBI over here flying their own drones at nighttime, but you can tell the difference between the two. Because They don't have the red or green lights that the drones that all of us have been seeing. They have bright white lights instead of like the color coded, because people are trying to shoot them down in Jersey. So they're scared that someone's going to shoot their drone down when they're trying to figure out what they're doing up in the sky.
Man.
So I have just a quick question. And you give me a second, I'm forget. Have you guys seen the movie Signs?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So the fact that in that movie you have these alien ships, or not alien ships, UFOs that have that is a invisibility cloak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that could be something that we actually have, and they're everywhere, and just waiting to basically uncloak?
I think it's a very good possibility.
I honestly think that is a very good possibility as well.
Hey, John.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, if you think about it, where do we get all of our exports from?
You mean imports?
Or imports?
Right.
From the coast. If they stop our inflow with everything that we need, that takes a huge chunk out of our power.
Yeah, that could then lead to them being over to take power.
I'm not I don't want to bring politics in this at all, but y'all saying that and thinking about that, and our president, I totally agree with the tariffs. Let's make them pay. But now that we're talking about tariffs and now we're getting invaded, I'm like, could that be? I mean, there's so many different explanations and questions I have. I'm like, is it because of is this another country? Are they pissed off at us? Is this really a possibility that this could be an outside source, that's not from Earth? I do think it's, me personally, I think it's another government, if not our government ourselves, doing it to us.
That's possible.
I know I looked up the other day and they were saying that citizens don't have drones that big, that only the government does.
That's a lie and a half.
Right.
Yeah.
I that's a total, yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to look on here on my YouTube. Also, Benjamin said most of the activities are off the coast, and that we've had them for years. It says it is going away. I don't know what he meant by going away. Hopefully these things will go away. I wish I had the means and resources, the funding to fly my happy boat up to New Jersey right now, because if I did, I'd be up there with my cameras right now trying to find this stuff and figure out what's going on. You
wouldn't be there without us.
Right.
I kind of find it funny too, is that when they first started showing up, they weren't leaving those trails that they do.
And now they're leaving a chemtrail.
They just started doing that literally 3 days ago.
You need to start paying attention to see within the next maybe 4 to 5 days if the public around there starts getting sick. See if they're maybe spraying something on the public to try to get them sick. Maybe it's a crowd control.
That's where my mind went to when I saw that.
There's theories about chemtrails in themselves. That it's our government who are, or jets or something that's leaving them. Yeah. And leaving it in the air for new viruses and sicknesses.
I've seen chemtrails before, and I'm not going to lie, they dissipate, say from a jet or an airplane or something like that within a certain amount of time.
Right.
The chemtrails that they leave are gone within 5 minutes.
Wow. So the ones we get here in Oklahoma, they stick around in the sky for 30, 45 minutes, but ours always seem like they have shadows to them.
Yeah.
Do you ever notice that?
Yeah.
Our chemtrails have shadows next to them. It's weird. Really weird. But then again, speaking of chemtrails, I think their governments are so advanced that if they're gonna hit us with something, we're not gonna know. They're not gonna leave a trail behind. It's just they'll fall. I mean, think about all the airplanes that could be dumping waste up in the air like they do when they're flying over. It never makes the ground because it dissipates. Or doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I was just simply saying there's theories within that as well.
That's I see a good comment on here. It says contrails dissipate, chemtrails don't, which is I don't even know the difference between a contrail and a chemtrail. I've heard of them, but I don't know the difference. I would think that a contrail would probably be having to, be chemical warfare versus chemtrail being just jet fuel and not condensation, but whatever you call the pressure that creates the clouds up there off the wings and stuff of those planes. But something about it, nothing about it is adding up right now. The New Jersey stuff, New York, New York started seeing stuff last night. The Ocean County, they started seeing stuff, and they're asking questions. They've got sightings down in Florida now. They got sightings over in California and up in, what was it? Eugene, Oregon, and Washington Seattle, Washington, that we talked to a guy last night that was up there. I mean, they've got sightings up there, but that's what makes it concerning to me, because if that's the case and they're coming out of the oceans, and if these are not alien beings and they are drones that are from adversaries and enemies, they now have us surrounded.
Yeah.
And
that's a fair point.
And I just keep repeating myself, because when they have us surrounded, why are we not doing anything about it?
Right.
It's not like the United States not to do anything about it. Telling us, be calm. We don't have no answers, but be calm.
Because I feel like they know what's going on, just they don't want to say it.
Oh, they definitely know what's going on, And I don't know why we haven't screwed with them and just had fun with it. I mean, way my little brain works, I don't know why we haven't called the guys at Red Bull and send them up in a plane and have them skydive down through the drones and freak the drones out. Send them down with some GoPros. Go from the top, from above.
Hell, I'll jump.
Right.
And they're making everyone that not making, but they are posting all over social media, especially my county police officers, that if you see a sighting of a drone, that you have to call the FBI number. There has been 300K calls so far since this has been happening.
Wow.
In the state of New Jersey alone.
I wonder how many of them are non-emergency versus 911 calls.
Yeah, right.
I bet a lot of people, and there's going to be people up there that's going to be paranoid, think they see things, and it's going to be false calls. This is a very dangerous situation that this could potentially turn out to be.
Well, I think that the FBI, you would kind of have to, they would have to be ready for those kind of calls.
Yeah.
To understand that these we're going to investigate every single one of them, but some of these might turn out to be just somebody got freaked out, they thought they saw something and they didn't.
Right.
And then they I left this important part out. Sorry. They also wrote in the description as well that you can post videos and pictures to their website, like leave a tip and then add the attachment and send it through email of any pictures or videos you have of them in the sky as well.
Well, I see a comment on here that makes a really good sense. It says they have their Fox and Mulders ready to answer those calls, and they probably do. I mean, if this is staged by our government, then it would only make sense that they do have not even people at that call center. They're just going to bypass those calls and receive the calls. The call centers and dispatch may not even get calls.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, man, I wish I was up in New Jersey right now. I've got so many questions that I've got to see with my own eyes.
It can get a little scary, if fair warning.
It sounds like it, man, because the stuff that we're seeing down on the news down here, it's like they're literally flying over people's houses and nothing's being done.
Well, not only that, but they could also be flying their drones over our own people. They basically
getting sick. Yeah.
Just so you guys know, we have more power. We can do this.
Like a scare tactic.
I don't know. There's a lot of unanswered questions with that one. Because then again, if they are again so-called drones, why are they so loud?
They're not even being. They're not
even. And my drone was not even that loud at all. And it was a decent sized drone too. Unfortunately, it was broken. But my drone never sounded that loud ever.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, even the little drones that I use for my filming stuff for YouTube and stuff, they're. I mean, just Their hand like size of my palm of my hands, but they're still loud. You can still hear them. And so I can only imagine the size of a small car getting lifted with some, electric motor. I mean, it has to be loud.
The drones are typically, I'm not saying like all the time, they're typically meant to be kind of on the quiet side. And they wouldn't be as loud as King is describing.
I could see that. I'm sorry, I'm sitting here reading Benjamin Rich's stuff off of YouTube. He's got some pretty good questions that he's popping up here. He's even say investigate the patterns of all kinds of information to fact check. So that maybe that's why, I mean, we need to figure out what type of drones these are and start looking at the patterns. I guess, just reverse engineer it a little bit, figure out where these things are coming from. I mean, if the government can't tell us, I'm sure we can.
So, what the great download, what he said, he or she said, I don't know, it's a male or female, but they're silent last 2 nights in Pennsylvania. They make no sound, have videos, had about 40 plus in 15 minutes.
That's insane.
Well, and that's what's really weird that you said that is I talked to a guy last night when we were doing lives on Uncle Jay's Wasp. We had this guy come in and he claimed to be an alien and that lives here on Earth for like 67 something years, that he's been here way before all this took place. But he kept saying last night that they were hovering over Pennsylvania.
Really?
Yeah, that's what he told us last night. And I screen recorded the whole conversation because I'm going to put all this together as a YouTube episode.
Brilliant, Thor.
But yeah, it was weird.
That's insane.
Anti-gravity. Yeah, Ben Rich said it's anti-gravity. I think a lot of it could be anti-gravity. It's just maybe that's what we're hearing. Maybe we always thought anti-gravity would be silent, but maybe that's the sound that we're hearing is anti-gravity.
I looked up the difference between chemtrails and chemtrails.
Okay, what is it?
They said regular chemtrails are the result of exhaust being released from engine turbines as a plane flies. Typically, they are white in color and can be seen a short distance behind the plane as it passes, dissipating after about 10 seconds or so. And the chemtrails, on the other hand, it says come from specific planes designed to spray a particular mix of chemicals into the air in an attempt to modify the Earth's upper climate. Typically, these types of trails can appear white, smoky, or even brown. They last in the sky for hours and spread wide and wider as time goes on.
So that almost sounds like what happens out here in Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, I thought I sent, 999. I check your thing. I went ahead and sent you a invite to come on up so you can join. 999's been on Uncle Jay's Wasp, and we talked to him earlier today and last night. I think he was on there last night. Last night's conversation was very, very interesting.
Hey, speaking of, John, you need to shoot me or share your live with me when you do go live.
Like YouTube live?
Even if I don't come up with you, I'll at least be in the chat.
Like on YouTube or here on TikTok?
Yes.
On both? All right.
That way I can at least join on one of them.
Definitely. Well, make sure go on my YouTube and hit like the notification and stuff on the subscribe and stuff, so that way it'll hit also.
I thought I had one.
Well, I hit the bell on the TikTok, and sometimes they don't even tell me you're live.
Yeah, I haven't been. This is the first time. This week is the first time I've been live on TikTok in a fat minute.
Yeah.
Which is weird because that's like, started off on YouTube and then I got TikTok famous and then I, try to concentrate more on YouTube now. And, YouTube is what I'm trying to make this happen. I'd like to get to the point where I can get paid by YouTube off the advertisements and off my sales and off my shops and merch and stuff. So that way I can start traveling. And, it'd be much better for me to do this live on YouTube and this live with y'all here on TikTok with me being in Jersey firsthand, not sitting here in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Well, I really do want to do because I have a YouTube channel, but it's not anything special. But when me and Isaiah get our thing up and going, then you and us will have to do a collab at some point.
Oh, definitely. I'm definitely down with it. Man, yeah, I really want to be up there in New Jersey right now. So, see, I don't know if I'm pronouncing, I want to say Godry 23. I'm bad at pronouncing half these names that come up here. It says so they're interdimensional or transmedium. What's the consensus? I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know.
He said just say guy. He said just say guy. I'm gonna say guy 23.
I'm kind of
Yeah, I don't like. I just don't know. I don't know
what like interdimensional means, but
no, I know what both of them mean. But it's like it's so strange because some of it's orbs and some of it is drones. Like some of the footage I've seen is just lights that morph and stuff, which could be very possibly be like Project Bluebeam and stuff like that. Or are they an actual UFO? What if the drones are controlled by the government and then the orbs are actual UFOs here to study the drones, trying to figure out why the government's doing what they're doing?
Well, I saw a video a while ago, and I think it was posted years ago. But there was it was a supposed video of a UFO that had kind of just flying around, and then it just kind of stopped.
Okay.
And then stopped right the fuck up.
See, that's weird. That's anti-gravity. I mean, and we don't understand the technology. I mean, if we didn't find out what the SR-71 was, it flying around to like the 80s, and that thing's been around since like the 50s and 60s. I mean, it took 20, 30 years for us to find out. There's no telling what they have right now.
Well, and then you even have other videos where people have claimed, oh, I've seen a UFO, I've seen aliens or whatever. And then you have these men that, came in behind it looking for said person that made that claim. And they quite literally look like Men in Black. Their facial, I don't even know what the word is. I mean, you guys have seen the Men in Black.
No, yeah, I know what you're talking about. No, sorry, I'm sitting here reading. I didn't know if Ben's like, y'all have a great evening. So Ben, if you're jumping off, have a great evening. Make sure you subscribe. If not, come back in here. I'll be on here for a little bit longer. But Ben also said Steve Greer has a ton of research on all these topics, very informative. Dr. Stephen Greer is very, very informative over this situation. Ginger and Close says I have some new images as well as edits on the New Jersey drones. Ginger, what do you got? Yeah, Ryan Graves is smart.
Well, and I'll finish up what I was saying.
No, go ahead.
Fast.
Go ahead.
But apparently it's multiple people who have claimed that they've seen these quote unquote Men in Black.
Yeah.
And the fact that if it's just one person who's making that statement, okay, that can be played off that, oh, you're just imagining, or, oh, yeah, okay. But the fact that, again, you have multiple people who are coming out and being like, yeah, I've seen these men. Again, if it is aliens, are we going to have people like that are coming in to try to quiet people saying that they've seen them?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm bringing up another one. We got Hell Moon coming up. Hell Moon says hello from New Jersey.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. Just chilling in bed. Just like scrolling through live
Definitely.
streams, seeing like people are saying everything like that.
Definitely. What have you seen? Because King is in New Jersey also. So we got two of y'all that's on here from Jersey. Tom is from Chicago. Me and Audrey are both in Oklahoma. So Hell Moon, what are you seeing there? What have you seen?
So I've been living in Asbury Park, New Jersey. It's like central Jersey, but the Jersey Shore, right by the beach.
Okay.
You're 30 minutes away from where I am.
Oh, where are you at?
I'm actually in the capital of New Jersey.
Oh, Trenton.
Yep. Britain.
Trenton. I don't know why I said it like that. Like, we're not in the South. We're not South Jersey or Jackson, New Jersey. Anyway,
Y'all said it. Y'all just said that like you're from Oklahoma. You said Trenton.
I know.
Well, people from Trenton say it Trenton. Like they say it really fast.
Yeah.
Ben, enjoy your
anyway,
evening too. Thank you for joining us.
Like definitely at night on the beach because I stargazed a lot. I'm a nerd about astronomy and all of that, and so I've been seeing orbs up in the sky for a while. I have some videos on my TikTok from a couple years ago and stuff, and I also posted some videos from like 2 years ago, and then just recently, and there's drones fucking everywhere. Like, every direction like you face, whether it's south, north, east, west, whatever. There's several drones. I actually like was just driving on, like I was just like taking like a joyride, just driving down highways that I knew have low light pollution, and they're just everywhere. And then there's lots of weird, really, really bright lights that just hover. They slightly move. And then you have like the orbs and they hang very low in the sky, like underneath the clouds, above the tree lines. And they'll move erratically, they'll hover, or they'll just kind of like go back and forth really slowly. Actually, the last video I posted, you could see one of those. You could see it kind of just like shift under the tree line. But and they'll be like an ember color or a red glow, very like warm hue. But when you zoom in on them, they'll be like strobing, like crazy lights. I have a Sky View app, and basically you could show it up at the sky, and it'll show you all the constellations, like the placements, where each planet is, the moon, all of that, even the rocket bodies that we have floating in our atmosphere. So I'll always make sure, like, okay, is this a star? I know it's not a star because it's hanging so low, but just to like try to debunk or whatever. And it's definitely not. And I feel like, so like I have a theory. Obviously, this has been going on for so long that you just like conjure up all these theories in your head. And I feel like it's like possibly like hired independent contractor for defense. And that's why the government can say it's not ours, blah, blah, blah. And then that's why they can also say it's not a threat. You know what I mean?
Right.
I feel like it's a hired independent thing. And I first thought like maybe we received a threat of some sort, and they're kind of just like surveilling, not us, but just like making sure there's no like, I guess, you know, things happening. But then I was like, what's that?
Do what,
I'm
Tom?
sorry, can you have Ginger up here? She said she had some picture she wanted to show us.
See if I can find it.
And then, but then last thing is like, I also think maybe they're just observing the uptick in UAP and light and plasmoid anomalies happening in the sky as well. Because it's like they're everywhere just as much as the drones are. And that's it. That's what I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. No, I'm like, that's the best part about doing this. This is why I want to do this live tonight, you know, to try to figure out what's going on and what y'all are seeing up there. Like I said, you know, I'm here in Oklahoma, so what I'm seeing is comes across the media, and I don't trust the media. They've lied to me too much the last several years, and So the best resource that I could find for news is to find y'all firsthand that are witnessing this with your own eyes.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why they're shutting TikTok down. You know, it's like
I just said that not too long ago that I think that's why the U.S. wants to get rid of certain social medias like TikTok is because we've all band together and we're telling the real stories.
for sure. Like it's just like basically. I mean, I feel like I've known this for a while. Like you can't. I don't trust any like establishments or like mainstream news. You can't trust like government. Like it's just they keep us like sick, sad, poor, tired, like exhausted, stressed, or like controlling us and like hurting us and keeping us in like just like this rat race in this loop, you know. And it's like people are starting to break out of that and like you're like, yo, this is not fucking right. And it's the whole world too, especially we see it all over. There's definitely, you know, shit just gets so bad, and it's almost like this turmoil is necessary for things to change. You know, it's like the tower moment.
Right.
You're like tarot cards or whatever. Like it's like the tower moment. It's like all the destruction has to come crumbling down. It's just like it's just wild time to be alive.
Right. It is such a crazy time to be alive. Now, since you're up there, I got a question for you, Helmut. Since you're up there, I asked King if his animals or anything like that have been acting strange. Have you seen any different patterns in any like animals and wildlife due to these drones that are flying up?
That's weird. No, not really. And I feel like when it comes to the orbs, like they've just been around. I think like wildlife is just used to that. You know, like they probably see even more that we can't see because they see more of the light spectrum. You know what I mean? So they could see things happening in our reality that like we can't see because we don't have enough cones in our eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
But, like, so like they're probably just used to that. If anything, maybe like dogs will bark at the drones. Some of them are fucking so loud. I'll be just like hanging out in my house watching TV and you just hear like the hum and you're like, what the hell? And you're like, God, this is so annoying. And it's like they don't do much besides just be there and just make you be like, what the hell is going on? It's not like you're not really scared, you know, but like some of the lights, I've seen some videos where it's like straight up UFO looking stuff, like remarkable footage that like you could tell it's authentic. And then there was like apparently a drone crashed and the footage is crazy. And then you see all these orbs approaching it, like zipping through the trees. They're not drones, they don't have blinking lights. Their agility is a lot different. Their movement is a lot different. The drones are like drones. They seem very human-made. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the orbs are consistent with what with UAP traits of being just silent, you know, and just moving very quick, disappearing, flashing, zipping, multiplying. You know, it's kind of crazy.
So whoever is controlling these drones, they're definitely not being discreet about this. I mean, I'm sure we can all agree on that.
Yeah, and it's like yo, you're gonna shut down fucking TikTok, right? But you're not gonna take care of these drones flying our cities and being like, we don't know what it is, and not do anything about it, but like send billions of dollars for fucking weapons to other like it's just wild. It's wild work. They're trying to gaslight us, and we're like, no, this isn't what's happening. And so we're all coming together trying to like just talk about the experiences because that's all we have right now, and just kind of it's like knitting the sweater. You know, it's like
it is.
Trying to put it all together.
And that's the beautiful part is when you knit a sweater or put a puzzle together. Once you get all the pieces together, you get the bigger picture. And
exactly. And right now, this sweater's got holes.
It does.
This documentary.
And it's like we're trying to all patch up those holes to figure out the complete story. And you know, and I'm sure that's probably the biggest trend. Is like me being a YouTuber. You know, when I get on YouTube. You know, that's what's inspired me tonight to be live because I'm live here on TikTok and also live on YouTube right now. You know, it's like I get on YouTube and that's all that's hitting is like UAP, drones, all this stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, of course I'm going to jump on the bandwagon since I'm paranormal because, you know, it's great content, but I have questions because I'm paranormal. I want to figure out what's going on, why they're doing this, why the government's not doing anything.
The curiosity of it all and like the exploring it and just continuously searching and like being open minded and just like experience a thing because like we are paranormal. You know what I mean? Like
right.
we're spiritual beings and like there's a lot, like I said even before, there's shit happening right in front of us that like we just literally can't see, you know?
I'm sure that there's angels and demons fighting in front of us that we can't even see.
Yeah, there could be like an angel fucking whacking off, I don't know, in the corner of my room. just like, hey, you know, I don't know.
Eating a cheeseburger.
Get.
What I'm also concerned about the drones is that I've seen videos of them traveling in packs.
Oh yeah,
that
sure.
is like, weird.
You know,
it's kind of scary.
So
it's
are they?
Like it's so weird. Like when you see them, it's like.
Do they look like they're communicating with each other?
Yeah, and they will be responsive to you too at times. It's wild.
And
what
video on TikTok where it was a son and a mom, and she was recording a drone outside her house, and the son goes, "If you can hear me, blink your lights." They started rapidly blinking its lights on the drone.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
like,
we need to get drones in Oklahoma. We need drones in Oklahoma.
With like UAP plasmoids and like those kinds of things, not like the drones that look like drones, like. If it is what it is, you know, and just based off of what we know and like the CIA documents and just everything, right? It's like they're like telepathic, where we speak verbally. So like even just like their intention, like they'll be. That's how they communicate. It's just like reading energy type of thing, I guess. So like you could just try it and do it. Like I've experienced it. You could like my most recent video. I had just gotten out of work. This happened Thursday night.
Okay.
A little after 6 p.m., probably like 6:07 or something like that. And I get in my car and I immediately see it. I'm like, what the hell? And I pull out of my parking spot, pull into another spot that's closer. And you could see it like, you see like a house, you see cars passing by. So you could see it, like you could scale the size of it in a way and like the distance and how low it is, right?
Okay.
And it's like they're just as curious about us as we are them. And like when you see it in person, you're just kind of like in awe, like you're kind of like tilt your head, you know, but like I could understand like seeing videos of it, you're like, what the fuck? Like this is wild. Like that must be so scary. But when you see it, you're kind of just like in awe, and it's like they're harmless, they're not doing anything. If they wanted to do something, they definitely would have done it, especially with the fuckery that's happening.
Right.
Yeah, they would have done it by now, honestly.
Yeah.
We've been seeing it since, before Thanksgiving? A week before Thanksgiving?
Yeah, for sure. I have a video from October of an orb that you could see. I think it's my third or fourth video. I don't post, I'm not like a content creator, I'm a consumer, you know, but fucking, like, what was I going to say? Oh, and then like the fact that they could neutralize nuclear bases and weapons, and you know there was even an instance in Russia some years ago where they actually turned it all on and they were like freaking out, but they could like destabilize them and basically the nuclear, like they can't use them again. They power everything down. There's an instance where so like the base like powered everything back up. They turned it back off again. So I think with all of this like nuclear activity movement, like weapon movement and testing and whatever the case may be, I think they're like just like prominent, making sure shit doesn't go down. Right. And maybe the drones are observing that, and they don't want to let the public know to cause panic. Like they just confirmed, yeah, they're coming out of the ocean. I live 4 blocks from the ocean. They've been coming out of the ocean. Like, you know what I mean? It's just,
wow.
They're just like really there now. Like, they're not like hiding. Whatever it is.
Well, you know? here's my next question.
I mean, you were saying before how you said the drones were moving fast. Now, I don't know how fast drones can move, but I heard they don't move that fast.
Yeah, the drones. So like, think of when you look at a plane in the sky, like, you know, it's like going super fast, but it's like just kind of steady, right? The drones are like zipping. You know what I mean? Think of like when you see an actual drone, it's kind of like zipping, almost like a bug. you know, and sometimes they look like planes because they could be higher up, but the lights are different and their movements are kind of different. And even
The
if they're
lights
higher,
are green and red.
yeah, exactly. They're green and red, and sometimes they'll have a spotlight. And then when apparently when military has approached it, they go dark. But I'm like, yo, use your night vision, like something that's not adding up. There's holes in this sweater. We have the technology. Go fuck yourselves. Like, stop poisoning us in our food. Give us free fucking healthcare. Lower the cost of living, and like just like what stuff.
Right.
That's how I feel.
My whole deal is
some type of way.
if they are if it is alien beings from a different dimension or different world, they just need to hurry up and land and get here.
What was that? I missed the
I said if they are aliens, they just need to hurry up and land and show themselves and get this show on the road.
Well, it's like they're showing themselves, you know, and
But why New Jersey?
I think maybe New Jersey because I don't know, New Jersey just has weird. It's almost supernatural in itself, you know. It's like there's just weird stuff that goes on, and there are a lot of bases around here. The city's here, and
like Picatinny Arsenal is where they're aiming at right now, which is I believe South Jersey.
Yeah, and then I believe there's
Is there military bases there? What's there for them to want to watch or look at?
I mean, there's multiple military bases in New Jersey, but the main one is Picatinny, because of their weaponry. That's where it comes from. They said there was 11 drone sightings so far over the military base.
They just saw 50 come out of the ocean and chase like some Navy people or something.
Yeah,
that was wild. Yeah, there's a lot of bases in Jersey, right? Like there's just like bases kind of in each county, maybe like 2 or depending on how big.
I think the most is up to like 3.
Yeah, and I think there's like 2. I could be wrong. I want to say there might be another nuclear something a little like more northern Jersey. Like I'm in Monmouth County, like straight up central, like the stomach of New Jersey, but just on the beach. So like the fucking the left, I don't know, the left hip, whatever. And so it's like north, kind of like Paramus area or something like that. Yeah. And then there was like a small plane crash that happened on the highway. People thought it was a drone because of the picture.
So but that was a plane.
Like, the wing of it was like made it look like it would be the cockpit and looked too small to fit people. But it was just like the wing. It was like tilted.
So that
was strange.
So that was a plane then.
There's 2 instances. So there's apparently like a downed drone that landed in like the bush of the woods kind of thing, and then yeah, and then there was that plane crash on the highway, like in the median, the grassy median.
Whoa.
It's fucking weird.
Yeah, it is because like Casper Sight, which is another guy that's a YouTuber that he does basically like videos. Like I do my investigations. He'll take parts of my video and be like, "Oh, this is spooky," but he showed some of the down drone footage, and that's what it looked like to me, was an airplane. But most everybody's like, "Oh, that's a drone. That's a UFO," and I'm thinking, no, that's a plane. And now it's nice to have y'all give me confirmation. It's like, hey, that's that's a plane.
Well, it's also, you can tell by the way it's shaped too, because the footage I saw wasn't very clear. But when I was looking at it, I was like, yeah, no, that's not a drone. That's not a UFO.
Mhm. Yeah, there's like different things happening, and you like when you see it, you can tell it's different. King, do you use the drones?
I haven't seen the orbs. The drones definitely, because there's a lot in my area at nighttime, especially.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's what they've been saying. Tonight I actually went out there. I was telling them earlier as well, and one came about 50 feet from me.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's when I went.
Like above you or in front of you?
Yeah, above me. And that's when I went inside, and that's when I heard it like through my house, how loud it was too. Like near me was loud enough.
It like vibrates. Like
I was about to ask that.
It's like it's kind of like it's not like when a helicopter passes over your house and it like you could feel the chops and the vibration kind of rumbling the house. It's more like a reverberation, like a hum.
So,
And now that I think about it too, it was a couple weeks before the incident started happening, like the sightings, and there was a lot of military jets going past my house and helicopters too.
what is? I'm sorry to interrupt you. What is y'all sleep state like? I mean, I know that y'all are stressed and worried about these things, but or do y'all have
That's so
weird
dude. I was
weird
literally
dreams?
just about to say I have not been able to fucking sleep. But I'm buzzed like a neon light. Like I can't turn off, and I'm just buzzing. Like it's like I don't know if it's they're affecting the energy and making a lot of people are having a hard time sleeping with kids.
Yeah, I will kind of get on that one too. And I'm an insomniac. I can't sleep anyway, but normally when I do go to sleep, I can kind of stay asleep. But here lately, it seems like I can't. I cannot get my body to shut off.
Yeah, exactly, right? And
like these last couple weeks, actually, I've been up till like 3, 4, sometimes even 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. He says, "Okay, I'm."
Hey, y'all.
All nighter last night and rolled into work, and I'm like trying to get just a couple hours of sleep for work tomorrow morning.
Not to
I'm
be.
usually going to bed about that time, 4 or 5, because I'm on the live and I don't want to go off.
Not to be rude, y'all. I got to step away to the little Cowboys room. Y'all just keep on talking.
Audrey, where do you live?
I'm down here in Oklahoma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm only about 45, 50 miles from John.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I've seen some people. I think like maybe 2 videos of people posting stuff in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
They're kind of like now, like people in Cali. I've seen them. Chicago, kind of just like everywhere now.
Yeah.
I should step outside and see. Wait, what is it?
As we're speaking, I can hear one outside.
Oh
yeah. Like yeah. I'm gonna step outside real quick. I'll tell you guys. It's so cold, but I'll do it.
Yeah, I had to turn down my phone for a second because I was like, "What's that noise?" And I'm like, "Yep."
Yeah, I'm constantly like muting my TV or like if I'm just like scrolling on my phone, turning it down.
I'm actually gonna look out my kitchen window and see.
Yeah, let's be like a New Jersey drone check right now. I gotta kind of bundle up because it's brick outside.
You guys will be our eyes and ears for now.
Yeah, we got you.
I'm cool with that.
I'm legit bundling up right now like there's a blizzard. It's like the ocean winds. Right here, you know. It's
If you guys hear Elf in the background, I'm sorry.
dude, I was just about to say my room is watching TV out there, so apologies for 2 seconds.
All right, I'm back, y'all. So yeah, this has been. This has definitely been interesting to find out. You know, I'm like I said, I'm wanting to find out the animal patterns, people's sleep patterns. If y'all have loss of appetite, if people are starting to get sick up there. You know,
I will. I've been super nervous.
No, go ahead, Audrey.
So John, as you know, I have a dog.
Yeah.
Who's actually sitting right in front of me. And she normally will like kind of hop up in our bed when it's time to actually go to bed, and she lays down and she goes right to sleep.
Okay.
Here lately, well, not only that, he will. Okay, well, I'll get into that in a minute. Since I'm not going to bed till super fucking late, I'd watch her. And so my room is the far back corner of the house, and in case my daughter's is right next to ours. And so in our little hallway, my dog lays down right there, basically protecting our doors. Like giving our eyes and our ears. And every time I call her up in bed, like, hey, come on, come lay down. She comes up here. I pet her, and I think she's gonna lay down. She doesn't. She goes right back to that same exact spot and lays down.
Interesting.
And then, according to Isaiah, the other day, when was it? Okay, this morning he got up and our dog was basically laying underneath my daughter's crib, which she's never done.
No, that's strange because my girlfriend, her dog at her house has been acting strange, and but she's here right now at my house. She's in there painting in the living room, but her dog's over here, and her dog earlier when we got here to my house, the dog who didn't want to leave my bedroom, and her dog's been the dog's acting really weird.
Interesting.
My oldest daughter Trinity, her dog started acting weird like 2 weeks ago. That the thing bit me out of nowhere. Like, I went to turn it. It's like half German, half German Shepherd, half Pit. And I went to turn off my bedroom light, and the thing attacked me.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it's been. That's why I was asking, like the patterns of animals. Because out here, I've noticed in Oklahoma, which here in Oklahoma, we have our animals are not the smartest anyway. They'll run right out in front of your car everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's hard to tell the patterns out here.
Oh, I see a Joan. I'm so sorry to cut you off. I see a Joan right now. Wow, that's low. Hold on.
No, that's cool. Yeah, get all the video. Like anytime you see those drones, get all the footage you can. Document all of it.
This is cool. Yo, this one looks like different. Wait, it's going behind a roof. That was really bright. That was weird.
I know. I've noticed that they keep getting closer and closer to like people and things and objects the past couple days.
So
they're getting lower.
So these drones, not only they're higher in elevation, are they over water only or are they over land?
Over land.
Over land.
Wow.
I was like more west. I worked inland, yeah, they're overland. They're like just everywhere. I see all right, so that was a really bright, I'm not sure what that was. That was very loud. And then there's another drone a little further, closer to the ocean. I want to drive down to the ocean right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, is there a way that if you drive down there and you get down there, is there a way that you can turn your camera on so we can see what you're seeing?
Yeah. The only thing is in Asbury Park, it's kind of touristy here. The boardwalk, there's so much light pollution, So I don't know if it'll register. I could try, but I'm not sure if it'll register on the camera, It might get washed out.
Right.
But we could try.
Yeah, definitely. Here, I'll turn that off so y'all can see my face for a second. Everybody can see me on YouTube, so I thought, man, I'll let my face pop in here just for a second.
Oh my God, I'm definitely not getting on cam. It's so funny right now. Man, I'm wearing this red fuzzy hoodie that has bear ears, and I have blue light glasses on and a robe because I look so funny right now.
No.
I look like a Kobe bear. You only knew.
Yeah, I'm sitting here and you've got to be tired because it's 12:04 here, so it's what, almost 2:00 there.
In Jersey, it's 1:04.
1:04, an hour ahead of us.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I could do? Tomorrow, I'll be at my boyfriend's house, and his backyard, he lives where it's so much darker, and you could see what's that? Oh, wait, hold on a second. Sorry, I'm looking up as I'm talking to you guys. I don't think that's anything. No, that's normal. But I could probably do that. It's stream that. Okay, do you see anything?
Probably going to get a restriction, right?
A restriction?
No.
Oh, for vaping and smoking?
Yeah, online. Every now and then I tilt out frame.
That's why I do this.
I have a question about that. So is there detection thing within TikTok live streaming that will like, or does somebody have to report it?
I normally
No,
somebody reports it or it flags if they're.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, so dumb.
Yeah, that's what I've seen. Is just anytime I've been on live and like it will see either the cigarette or the vape or whatever you're using at the time.
Yeah.
It catches it or even sees the smoke, it'll flag it.
Yeah.
If it has a detector. I mean, I guess I could see how people could get real douchey with it and like rip bombs and be like, like, you know what I mean? It's like TikTok.
It doesn't end your live. It just gives you a restriction, basically saying, "Oh, well, basically no kids are going to come up."
Oh, okay.
Man, I don't want no kids in my lives.
Right. I'm like, okay, that's better.
Yeah.
You know?
My lives get a little weird. But then again, like y'all are talking to me here on TikTok, and if you got on YouTube right now, you'd be able to watch me on YouTube. I've been sitting here just chilling on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Well, I was going to try to go join your YouTube, but I can't.
You can't subscribe?
No. Hold on.
Good. Yeah, King and Helamoon, like, if y'all like go find me on YouTube and give me a subscribe. I need some help on trying to get these subscriber counts up. It's Freakmore Paranormal on YouTube.
I'll do that now.
So
If I do that now, will that like X me out of this?
I don't think so. It shouldn't. If not, I can pull you right back up. She paused it. Let me find her, make sure that I subscribe to her.
Yeah, it won't
there
kick
it
you out.
Cool. There they
It
go.
just does a live pause.
So Tom, what do you think, man? You're in Chi-Town. What do you think about all this weird shit?
I like to see it myself.
I do too.
I'm standing outside looking into the sky and see if I see anything.
Well, you know what's really funny? Here, probably about 2 months ago, I was driving home with my daughter. I picked my daughter up from school, and we're driving home from school in the afternoon. No, I lied. It wasn't school. I picked my daughter Natalie up from work, and I'm driving home on the highway, coming back, from her job to my house or our house. Sorry, and we live maybe 3 miles from her work. We get on the highway on 244, heading east, heading back towards Tulsa from Catoosa. And I noticed this diamond shaped, I thought it was a balloon just hovering in the middle of the highway, but it was low enough that I could see it was black, and it looked like a three-dimensional diamond. I'm not a video gamer by no means, but there was a game back in the early 2000s called The Sims. And these little Sims characters had these little diamonds over their heads. And it looked like one of those diamonds over their heads, but it was all solid black. Well, my daughter Natalie sees it. I literally pull off next to the Quick Trip, which is a gas station here in Oklahoma. I pull off to the gas station and start recording. And as I'm recording, I get a little bit of footage and it goes up in the air. I come home, I watch the footage. I immediately go to download it onto my external hard drive. And I lost all the footage. Like, it's not on my phone. It's not on my hard drive. I don't know. I guess I lost it somewhere. But I'm going to get Ginger and Clove up here right quick. But Natalie, my daughter, she's really quiet anyway. And I looked at her and I was like, did you see that? And she's like, oh, I seen it. And I said, are you sure you seen that? She's like, oh, I seen it, Dad. She's like, it was black. And she's like, and it was right there in the middle of the highway. It was between the oncoming and going lanes, like in the middle of the highway. One lane's going west, the other direction's going east, and it's in the middle of it. And it was probably maybe 30 or 40. No, it had to be higher than that, probably 40 or 50 feet up in the air. But I could definitely see that, the dimensions of it, but it looked like a diamond. And so then I started thinking, okay, maybe it's just a balloon, like some kid lost their balloon from a party or something like that. And it's, it's just, maybe the wind current's just keeping it down at a lower elevation, but it never went right or left or at an angle to travel like a balloon. It sat there and then it went straight up, and then it was gone. And my daughter's, you know, she's 17. She's seen it. And that's, I'm having to get confirmation and verification from my daughter, so I know that I'm not batshit crazy from what I just seen. And she's like, "No, Dad, that's what it was." But stuff like that, this is before all these UAP and all this new drone stuff is showing up. The stuff that I've seen, it's like I don't want to tell anybody because people are just going to think I'm nuts.
For sure.
How can I explain what I've seen? I mean, people probably already think I'm crazy enough to go talk to ghosts and talk to thin air and go hunt down weird stuff.
I love that. I do that too.
Who knows you? They're not really wrong, though.
I am a little strange.
Yeah, same.
I want to show you guys something.
Oh, cool. What is that?
They say it's a drone. I don't think it's a drone.
No, that can't be a drone.
Whoa, I gotta turn this around and show this to
It's like when
YouTube.
you try to take pictures of it, it's like, how everyone's like, oh, take it on a better camera, or like, well, what? Like, people have taken pictures on professional, like, Nikon cameras and, like, pictures through their telescope, and it all will show up like that. It's very weird.
That
Like,
is
it'll just,
crazy.
when you try to zoom in very close, it looks like that. It's interesting.
Definitely. I turn my phone around, so I'm doing all my recording off of my YouTube Live off my laptop, just use my laptop computer. But I turn my phone around so at least that everybody here on YouTube can see your picture, King. That's amazing. Especially you can see the power line pole or the power line behind it or below it. And like, it just shows the dimension and how close it really is to the ground.
Yeah. This was by me and Trenton. Off one of the main, well, not highways, but one of the main roads here, the busy ones. Someone was at a stoplight, and I have a Ring camera, so anything that they post on there, like in the neighborhood, I see. So that's one of the pictures that was posted today.
Yeah, looks about right.
That is
Is
so cool.
Is there a way to, like, if you guys can look at my first video, my most recent video.
Let me see if I can. I don't know if I'll be able to pull up videos.
I'm like TikTok lad dumb. You know what I mean? Like, I don't do this. But I was like, I'll totally talk about this right now.
Oh, definitely. And I'm glad you stopped in.
Show some photos, apparently.
Cool.
Yeah, I've invited Ginger and Clove up a couple of times to come up and talk and share.
Yeah, I think. Oh, she's still in here.
Oh, God. Oh, we're not turning off. There we go.
That's why I'm not even, like, messing with my screen. I'm like, God forbid the camera goes on.
I was like,
see me bake this whole, like.
I just want to see. I want to see some aliens make beachside in New Jersey, because I've got one of my best friends that lives down here in Tulsa is from New Jersey, and dude, y'all are like the chillest, coolest people until y'all get pissed off, and then it's like, don't crush y'all. And I'm like, that would be the dopest thing, is to see a bunch of aliens show up on the streets of Jersey, and I can just see y'all now be like, hey, how you doing? And then just go and Fist City and just beating the crap out of them.
You're not wrong.
Is they invite Ginger up here in Creekmore?
I've done it several times.
From
Ginger, how do you send a request?
From what I've seen, the person doesn't want to come up.
They'll deny it.
Just wants to show some
pictures or something. It said I accepted. They should be up here.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
You said something again.
Yeah, I don't know if my eyes are playing tricks on me, but I've seen a few flashes in the sky.
That too.
Like tonight, just now?
Flashes.
Tom,
talking about this kind of makes me want to go sit outside and just see what I see.
Man, if it wasn't 38 degrees right now, I would so go outside.
It's 20 degrees over here.
See, I would not last.
I was outside for almost 2 hours.
See, y'all are different breed than us. Here in Oklahoma, like in the summer, it's hot as hell. In the winter, hell freezes over.
Oh, Mama's in the chat is my best friend, so
Cool.
she's into this type of stuff as well.
Well, welcome, mamas.
Well, the only thing here, it is like 38, 39, but it's raining.
It rained here earlier today in Oklahoma, and then it cleared off.
When did it rain?
Oh man, it rained all day long down here in Tulsa. All day.
I was in Tulsa.
It rained all the way to like maybe 3 o'clock, 2:30, 3 o'clock. Yeah, it was crappy.
There's no fucking way it was raining because I was in Tulsa by like 1:30.
Yeah, it was crappy all morning long. Like we woke up with rain and crap. My yard's still soaked. Even the pavement
Ginger, where are you getting this stuff from? Like what resource?
It might have just been on your side of town because I was over by 71st. I was mainly on 71st.
It was just cloudy and nasty, and then it just cleared up. About 3:30, it just cleared up.
Okay.
Yeah, as I sat here in the bedroom all day and was editing the video I'm dropping tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to go ahead and drop the, it's called the Bird Creek Ouija experiment. So when I went to Bird Creek, I'm going to release the footage of the kids that showed up from Bartlesville with a Ouija board. And I think that's when we opened up the portal inside that school. I think I think I'm responsible for all the bad stuff that's going on at that school. I think I opened up something I didn't realize I opened up, and I've tried closing it out twice, but everybody that goes out there just keeps having really bad stuff happen to them. And I almost feel like I'm obligated to go out there for the 5th and final time and shut this thing down.
Let me and Isaiah know when you plan on going back out there. I
will. It's just Bird Creek is such a weird place. You know, that video I'm the one that filmed it and edited and dropped it all, but I'll go in and watch it and it just still amazes me. You know, and I left out so much evidence off that video. I cut out so much evidence. But that's why I'm dropping the video tomorrow is the Ouija footage. And then next weekend I'm doing a 3-part series. Basically what I've done is taken all 3 videos of all 3 times I've been out there, and I'm putting them together as a collab as one long video, but I'm adding in all the footage I cut out. So right now, the video of that episode that I have pulled up on my CapCut, my editing software, right now that video is like, I think it's 4 hours and 37 minutes right now, and I still got probably another 2 hours to add to it.
It's going to be a long ass video.
It's like,
I mean, it's not the longest video that I've seen, but it's going to be a long ass video.
Yeah, it's long. I don't even know if I'll be able to make it all the way through it. I'm like, man, I'm trying to figure out what I did here. I was talking to Trina. Trina was talking to me as I set Trina and Tom up as my mods on my TikTok, or not TikTok. Well, they're on my TikTok mods, but also on my YouTube. And I was talking to Trina back, and I hit the little emoji thing, and now I can't get the stupid emoji thing off here. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, it's like, so I can see all these chats, which they ain't nobody. I think there's only 2 people, which is just Tom and Trina, or Audrey and Trina. Audrey, you still watch me on YouTube?
No, Isaiah took his phone back.
Oh, that party pooper.
Yeah.
He's probably watching me on YouTube then. At least I hope so. But no, this has been really interesting. I mean, like, King has seen stuff. Hella Moon says she's got to run, guys. Have a phone call. Check back after. Awesome chatting. Yeah, Hella Moon, thank you. Thanks for coming in. Like, come back up anytime. King, you want to pull mamas up here? Or should we? They want to.
I can try.
You want to? They talk. Like, I
don't know what she's doing, but you can try if you want.
Let's see. Do a follow and a guess. There we go. Sent them a invite to pop up here. So Mama's is in New Jersey also, is that correct?
Yeah, so I live in Trenton, New Jersey. She lives in Vernon. I used to live in Vernon. I just moved from there about 2 years ago.
Okay.
This is where they're having like the not power outages, but like their lights flickering on and off and all that type of stuff. Like I said, I know a lot of people up there because I lived up there for almost 5 years. And people are texting me, like telling me their stories and what's going on up there because I ask, because I get curious.
Right.
Because if you look at the statistics of drone sightings, it's mostly over there in Jersey.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Ginger and Clove says I pushed accept. Ginger and Clove, I went into your thing. You've only got 2 people following you. You've got to, I think, have at least 100 to come up and talk like this. You got to have 1,000 to go live where you can see your face.
I thought it was only 500.
Is it 500?
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Oh, that could be why she can't come up. Yeah, 2 followers.
Yeah, need more.
I just realized I was muted. Yeah, it is 500 because I believe I only have a little over 5.
500?
Mm-hmm.
I thought, see, I can't, man, I don't remember. I think TikTok, it used to be 1,000 back in the day. And I know on YouTube, to go YouTube live, I think you have to have either 100 or 500 to go YouTube live. I think. I don't know. I didn't even realize I don't know because I just, one day I fired up YouTube and I was like, I'm going to try my first live. And so it worked out. And I don't even have 1,000 subscribers yet. I think I'm trying to break 700 right now. And I'm staring it in the face. So I'm like, man, I need 700 subscribers. And I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I've got the hours, all my watch time hours are there. I'm just got to get my subscriber count to 1,000 subscribers. So that way I can link my stores and sell my merch and do more fun things. Start getting paid by YouTube and things like that. So I can start traveling and make better content, more content.
I sent you a follow, Ginger.
Yeah, I did too. I was reading Ginger's comments here.
But it's getting too hard. I'm sure you can get credit real quick. Someone, anyone.
Right. Yeah, Ginger, Clove, any of the videos that you've got, man, just post them. Post them up there so when we get off here, we can go in there and watch them and see the evidence that you got.
She said she don't want to follow, just share.
That's cool. Cool with me. I was hoping that Jay would come on here. I need to see if he's still up. I was trying to find him earlier.
I think he might be live.
That's what I was trying to find, if he is live so we can do a joint. But I don't even see his name popping up here. I'm trying to go through all the people right now. The list of everybody. There's so many people on here. I'm like, I see them and I just want to. You know what? I'm going to invite a friend right quick and see if he'll come up here right quick. His name is Vincent. Most of y'all know him as the dancing umpire for the Savannah Bananas, but let's see if we can get my buddy Vince up here right quick and see if he's got any intel or insight. He lives in Texarkana, Texas, but we'll find out if he's got any insight and what his thoughts are if he jumps up here.
Yeah, he is live. Uncle Jay's. He's not on the 386 one.
Is that what he's on?
No, he's on the other one, Uncle Jay's Wasp.
The Wasp. I need to figure out how to get him up here. 'Cause I don't even see it. Yeah, I don't even see the Uncle Jay's Wasp on here, and it won't even let me search for them. Find friends not watching. There's so many of them. I'm just like scrolling through here. Trying to see who all's on here. Yes, I wanted some more people's opinions of what's going on and what they're seeing.
Yeah.
Or what they think, you know. Let's see.
I've been looking up in the skies, and when I have them out, I haven't seen anything.
Oh, dude,
Really?
that's all I've been doing, Tom. Is like literally like when I go outside to just look up. So, well, hang on right quick, y'all, because I'm going to cut an ending right quick to this YouTube so I can get off this YouTube live. So, give me just 1 second, because I've still got YouTube going. So, anyway, y'all, YouTube, it's time for me to get off here. It's been 2 hours, 55 minutes, and 50 seconds that we've been on here, almost 3 hours. And hope y'all have enjoyed it. Hope that the sound quality came out and we got a little bit more answers. We've got to talk to a couple individuals that were from New Jersey and have seen, they're witnessing the stuff firsthand, that we've found out that they can hear these drones or these orbs or these entities, whatever they are flying above them. They are loud. They said they have witnessed them. They are the size of small cars, the small school buses, things like that. They're flying over their houses. They can't sleep. It's just disturbing, you know, and it's not just one person seeing it, it's multiple people all over these different cities throughout New Jersey. So don't know what to really say. Let's just keep watching this. But anyway, I'm out of here. Love you, YouTube. So it's Freakmore. Don't forget, stay freaky. Love you.